And the next person who checks out that place is going to have a lot of cleaning to do. But yeah, so we're picking up as we finish the last session of you guys kind of stepping out of the prison with this weird older guy in tow, just kind of following. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I recommend that we find some place to lay low and plan for the next step.
Oh, scratching it. Oh, I know! And then he just shoves his hand into Holtz's face and starts running off.
So,
Holtz,
are you just running through the streets covered in blood?
Yeah, basically.
Is anybody going to try and stop it?
Are you going to be able to? Is the better question.
That's why I said try.
No. Not a chance.
what happened? Wait, you grabbed me by the face? What?
I like push you in the face back and just start running off.
Oh, it's like what? I kind of like have like a stunned expression, like have my hand out, like what? And I just kind of like sigh and just like walk after.
You guys know there's an orc that is covered in blood running through the street. The orcs are allowed, but if he's covered in blood, they're going to have questions. So it might not be the best idea.
Oh, Gizmek. Give me another fight. Doesn't care. But he's like very one-minded about this. He's like, oh, I know exactly where we need to go. Know exactly where we can lay low, he says, running through the streets covered in blood.
You're not going to lay low, running through the streets covered in blood.
We'll worry about that when we get there.
Listen, we can take the scenic route for right now.
Boy, that sounds like some right boring shit there. And he keeps moving. And Zach is probably pretty well aware of exactly where Zach is heading.
Yeah. So you just start running.
Oh.
Yeah, do you guys follow?
We'll follow enough
Yeah.
behind that we're not assumed to be a part of him.
Yep.
Keep some distance.
Yep.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, so you guys start following him along. And yes, so definitely people get out of the way as he runs, right? And you see a lot of people like, what the fuck is happening?
Especially as
Gizmek,
as he's running, is just yelling at people and it's like, get the fuck out, you git! Move it!
Yeah, so definitely a lot of people like diving to the side as this orc barrels down the street. And probably some people being called, but you don't run past any arbitres, thankfully. Yeah. After a while, it's not too long, he's not too far away. You get where you were heading.
You're roboting a little bit there, Zach, but we got the gist of it.
See? Well, I'll let you describe it.
Yeah.
I'll let you describe it. See? Where do you get to?
So Gizmek arrives at this lovely location. I don't have a description of this in the background, but basically he runs up to a door. It's a nice well decorated metal door, and he just raises up his fist, holds it there for a moment for dramatic effect, and then starts like as hard as possible on this door. Monarchy! Monarchy!
All right. So,
Almost
I suppose after
fucking coffee with that, by the way.
after a few moments, surprisingly there are footsteps to the door, and upon going ahead and the door begins to open slightly. However, it's noticeable that there's like 5 deadbolts on it. It's just like, oh, Gizmek, it is good to see you again. Mind if I ask about, like, he goes ahead and sticks his finger out, just completely pointing at, like, the covered in blood part.
Yeah, so for the chat, for all of you here that don't know about him yet, meet Malarkey. His art's now available on the overlay in case you're wondering. So everyone can see you as you're talking.
Meet Malarkey. That's not his name.
His actual name is Malachi, but Gizmek calls him Malarkey because he's an orc and he doesn't give a shit.
So what can I do for you, my friend?
He's just one somewhere to lay low. Use low, we lay.
Internet reconnected, I'm back.
I mean,
Fully dropped.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, do you need us to pause?
No, you can carry on. I'm back now. Continue.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't want to go ahead and get the astropath station quite alarmed, but I'm sure you can go ahead and stay in my apartment for now. Here. And he begins undoing some deadbolts. Just. And like the last one, he kind of like opens up the door a little, peeks at him, Gizmek again, like up and down. And then he closes it, unlocks the deadbolt. And when he opens up the door, not sure if you want to show the character, I can go ahead and describe him. Is a blindfolded man who appears to have slightly disheveled long black hair. He stands around just about 6 foot, and gotcha, and is a little bit slightly less shaven. He bears the mark of an astropath. So, I feel like you have a lot of explaining to do. Considering the last time I saw you, we had a bit of a drink, and well, things didn't turn out so lovely.
That was a good bar fight.
It was. And would Gizmek be? Would his friends catch up right about now, or?
Gizmek turns.
All around
Hey, get out of here, you gitch!
Come up. Yeah, following the bloody footprints. You see the door that he went in through.
Just like holding open the door, you guys, notice Malukai, just a blindfolded man. Not sure if you guys would know about astropaths, but well, I know the captain would probably.
Holtz would definitely recognize an astropath on sight. And given that Sator is a navigator, he probably would as well.
Yeah, I feel like they would both have a
Probably.
realistic expectation.
Yeah.
I walk in pretty nonchalantly. It's like, pardon the intrusion. I just, walk in.
By all means. Then kind of looks at the navigator, just nods.
Yep.
Is the old guy still with us that was with at the prison, or did he split off from us?
He's a fair bit behind.
I mean, he's a
Because
slow old man, and I fucking
he's not that quick.
So.
But yeah, he was following you. He just will probably be a minute. And you guys had to run to keep up with the Gizmek.
Yeah.
There's one more kid, but he's a slowpoke.
Well, I'm sure that he'll be able to follow the blood trail that you've left behind. And with that, Malachi begins closing the giant metal door and bolting it again. Now, I suppose I should go ahead and be a fine host. Would any of you care for any tea, coffee, by any chance? As he begins walking to the kitchen.
Hey, Grog!
I mean, it is a bit early, but if you find any, by all means.
All right. That goes straight to the conversation.
I suppose that I should go ahead and get acquainted with the rest of you, please. As Malachi begins pointing over at his couches. Do take a rest.
Don't mind if I do. And he just and Holtz just kind of sits down at the one of the couches, pretty much like he owns the place already. Just spread eagle, sits down, arms spread out, basically almost taking up the entire couch.
Man spread across the couch.
Hell yeah.
After a bit, Malachi goes ahead and grabs a cup of coffee himself and begins to take a seat.
Recaf.
Oh.
It's just fancy names in 40k. It's called recaf.
Recaf. He grabs some recaffeinated coffee, and take a seat. And with his cup, of course, waits for Gizmek to probably jump and break one of the chairs of the couches as he sits down on it. He goes ahead and says, "So, what brings you fine folk to my humble abode?"
Revenge. But that's a personal story. I do not speak for these gentlemen, though they do work for me now.
Well then, I see. And would Captain Holtz have any distinguishing marks that he would show that he's a form of captain or rogue trader?
You can see my clothes in general.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely looks like somebody got well off.
Iron, whatnot. He's like a
Yeah.
captain.
Well then,
Yeah, he's definitely dressed like a ship captain.
well, I see that. My. Quite the coincidence that you happen to
can't
pick
tell
up
all
this.
you can see everything with your eyes on cover like that.
Yes. It just helps me focus. But what do I owe the pleasure of having somebody of a high rank come to my apartment? I'm
a crazy green-skinned alien ran through the.
Broker, get out of jail!
Oh. Well, I'm not quite surprised by that. Honestly, I'm really surprised that the Arbites aren't kicking down my door right about now, so honestly, I suppose good work on the prison break? I suppose that's what happened? I assume that they didn't let you alone, let you out freely.
No one stopped us once all the guards were dead. But
Ah. Right. Well,
quite the show there. At least what remained of them anyway.
oh Lord. Well, I guess I should go ahead and get to, at least on my side of the story. My name is Malukai. I am a astropath for a station nearby. One time when on one of my breaks, I went ahead and decided to go and have a little bit of a drink, and that's how I ended up meeting this big fella, as he points over at Gizmek. He was a bit of a fighter, and they decided to throw a bit of a blind man, thinking that it was some sick joke, into a bit of a sparring fight with him. However, they
Throw me
didn't
into a wall!
I mean, I was hoping to keep formality, but yeah. Threw him
Well, it
against
was
the
the
wall.
right gunning! Got a bit of fighting him.
Yeah, I use my mind rather than my strength itself, my abilities. After that, some people, they didn't like the odds of that fight, and let's just say that there wasn't a murder. There was not a murder at that fight, but actually a suicide. And Gizmek went ahead and bought me a drink, and well, we've kind of gotten to know each other ever since. However, this is a surprising turn of events to come out of prison, and I really don't mean to push you guys out the door, but again, I am an astropath. I do work for the Imperial Station, so I don't know what use I could be of a group like you.
It would be funny if you came with us instead. He says he got some fights for us.
Indeed, I wouldn't be opposed to hiring an astropath. How would you work for me, young man?
By the way, I certainly, clearly, I would like to spend more time with Gizmek. Don't get me wrong. He's quite.
Oh, don't cherry pick it. I'm the light of your life.
Oh, hush now. But what I'm afraid of is the, if you seem very high up, Mr. as Malachi, points over at Holtz.
Holtz.
Holtz. It's a pleasure. You know about the Imperial bureaucracy, how it's very, very, locked down at the moment. I'm afraid that it would take multiple lifetimes just to be able to get the paperwork to be able to commit that sort of transfer.
And you see, I'm above the bureaucracy. Allow me to give you my full title. Rogue Trader Holtz, soon to be last of his name, and someone who doesn't give a rat's ass about the goddamn bureaucracy.
Oh,
I like this guy. Don't like the paperwork. Don't do the paperwork.
I can see, but I'm just hoping to not be, sent to any re-education camps for a possible, fleeing.
Don't worry, if that happens, I can break out.
That may be true. I want to keep things semi-legal, but if you happen
felons.
Captain, if you do happen to keep your word on being able to give me a fine position on your ship, as well as not having to deal with the Imperial, any Inquisitors or along those lines hunting after my head, then I assure you that it would be a massive boon to be on your side, as I can be quite persuasive.
I've heard the stories of how persuasive astropaths can be, and I can do a lot more than guarantee your safety. I can give you anything your heart desires. It's well within my reach. Or thrones. Have you ever seen the old hollow vid of DuckTales, by any chance?
DuckTales.
Oh, you watch it on a holiday? Why?
You see, this is why I didn't watch last stream, by the way, because this is raw. This is fucking raw.
You don't watch it on a holovid. Watch it on a normal vid,
I mean, certainly, I might be able to use the time in whatever crusade we go on to hone my my abilities, rather being locked up here and forced to work a minimum wage just to send messages across the galaxy. And for the ducktail comment, I mean, I have as a child. It kind of gave me nosebleeds when I watched it. I assumed it was some warp influence, but.
You're welcome to join me. I'll give you the same contract I gave these gentlemen over here. I'll grant you anything your heart desires. Any fight, any prestige, any wealth. If it is within my power, I'll grant it to you. In exchange, though, you belong to me. This is a lifetime binding contract.
Well, considering that my lifetime expectancy is about until a warp demon rips his way out of my forehead, I think we can arrange something.
Alright, it's enough talk. Let's get you doing this thing you needed.
Right. Like I said, our first order of business is a bit of personal revenge for me. And we'll be tracking down my soon-to-be not brother, Marcus. And taking back my ship, the Blackstone. Now, I don't know exactly where he is, but I'm pretty sure we have a lead. And I turn back towards the door where I imagine our last companion is coming
roll
in.
a perception.
A perception? Okay.
But it should be a skill for it. But...
Well, there's awareness, but like...
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Anybody else wants to roll it as well? See if you can hear anything from.
Oh, I'm an astropath, so I do get +10 to hearing. Oh.
Nope.
And you can't notice.
It didn't matter, yeah.
Anyone else? Sator or Gizmek?
Should I roll
Want
a
to
one?
see if you can tell what Holtz is looking at the door for?
Oh my gosh.
It's alright, Gizmek doesn't really care much.
Okay, my
We've
turn.
got an
my
81, a 92, and an 81.
turn. Oh god. I just clicked the
Jeez.
roll on the.
Yeah,
Click
Yeah,
the word perception and then you click accept.
I was trying awareness, but it doesn't want to work, so perception then.
Oh my god, we have a
rolled
good
Yay!
We're all fucking clueless.
I rolled the best, yay!
Jesus, 81 has been the lowest roll so far.
Welcome to Rogue Trader.
this is gonna be a very short campaign if we roll like this.
Oh god, yeah.
Good. Right into the-
Yeah, you'll like look at the door and Holtz is like, Yeah, no knocking or anything that you guys can hear.
I figured he'd be here by now. Where's that old man that was with us?
I'll go check. Door and starts like very roughly undoing the locks.
Captain, if I may, I might have a suggestion. If my position is correct, if you're a rogue trader and you're hunting after your brother, it may very well be possible that I could try and get in contact with any astropaths that have gotten in contact with the Blackstone. Be able to get a whereabouts?
That is one potential lead, yes. I'll keep that in mind, but I have been thinking on some details. I just need our last companion to arrive, if he's not. He didn't walk in the door already, did he?
Yeah, you look around, he's not inside, and Gizmek like throws open the door. You see the guy still there, saying, "Oh fucking hell, about time!" I was knocking. None of you hear me? Yeah, he
You're not
Steps
too weak, you get.
going in
Gizmek
between
just
your
sort of
legs.
grabs him
I'm
by the
old.
scruff of the shirt and
Fuck
pulls
off.
him in.
Yeah. That's a really fucking heavy door. Yeah, and he's just like very old guy dressed in basically rags, holding these like massive pliers, and this like curved, jagged, almost like a ritualistic looking knife in his other hand.
He's got the balls to try and fight back. I like him.
Oh, he like looks up to me, noticing that he's still holding. It's like, oh, he sets them down. I don't know why I brought this.
Could I attempt a Science check to possibly attempt to sniff out any warp activity from that knife if it looks ritualistic?
Yeah, you're trying to tell if there's any kind of warp presence around the knife.
Fuck!
Should I do the same?
Malachi gets a bit of a nosebleed.
It's just
Yeah,
Like-
if you got Significance, you can try as well.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, nothing that can be picked up by Significance. There's no like warp presence about it or anything. It's not some kind of like warp infused item.
Alright.
Alright, fair enough.
Just seems to be like a ritualistically made knife, which is somewhat common. People have weird practices in different corners of the galaxy.
Good sir, would you mind sitting down across from me at this couch over here?
Sure.
And I have a few details I'd like to relay, especially mostly just to bring Malachi up to speed. But there were a series of coincidences that happened just before Gizmek's timely arrival. From my perspective, I was brought into the prison and left there for some time when the gentleman in the cell next to me, and I gestured to the old man, began applying at a very specific set of bricks. I point to the pliers out, those tools out, as if he knew they were going to be there at a very specific time and a very specific place.
Yeah?
That in and of itself isn't so suspicious, but it also happened after I got there. And what's more suspicious is that you gave them to me.
Oh, well, it wouldn't work for me. You look stronger. They fixed the bars last time I was in there.
Yes, but you also knew which... So...
You guys were talking to the old man?
Yeah. So, what I want to know, good sir, is who was helping you? Who made sure that you got into that specific cell? Who made sure you got to that specific tool?
Well, for the tool, that was a friend of mine. For that specific cell, got a way to get it whatever cell I'm in. I've been in that place several times. They really haven't figured it out yet. They're quite dumb. Yeah. And that.
And what were you in there for this time?
Not sure. Can't remember. Yeah, I wasn't at fires. Yeah, I'm fully blank and I got no idea.
Would you like some help remembering, dear friend?
Depends what you mean by that.
Well,
This friend of yours, who is he?
Yeah, it's just a friend of mine. You don't need to know him. He's not really much use beyond dropping stuff off for me in places. It takes him a while. In a couple of days to get that done. He's really not that good at it.
Captain, if you wish to push the trying to get more information, I may be of aid, but at the same time, I don't want to force anything.
Don't see me doing any of that psychic shit on my head.
This might be a dead end, but we have another lead. Malachi, you said that you could get in contact with other astropaths to figure out where the Blackstone is.
I could try and get some leads if anybody has recently messaged them, yes.
See what you can do.
Alright then. And Malachi is going to go ahead and attempt a astral telepathy with...
Holy fuck!
With people.
Holy fuck!
Basically...
Was I muted on the recording for a while? Oh no! Oh my god. Alright, I noticed that now. It's fixed. Alright, well...
Oh boy.
Alright, I'll continue. Basically Malachi will go ahead and sit down and get in a sort of meditative pose as he begins. He's going to go ahead and use his astral telepathy to try and reach out to the contacts that he has inside of the station of the. Well, are we on a station or a planet?
You're in a shield. You're in a shield on a space station.
Okay, he's gonna try and reach out to the. He's gonna reach out to them, and basically ask if anybody has recently sent any messages to the Blackstone, if he has any contacts with that, which I believe will be a willpower test to send it, and then if you'd want, I could go ahead and attempt a charm test as well to be able to go ahead and coerce them.
Yeah, so telepathic communications is it's a willpower. in your range of 1 kilometer per star rating. Yeah, easy. You're enough to cover everything you need.
Okay.
So with a star rating 3, you can send and receive verbal communications and blurry black and white images.
Okay.
Oi,
I'll go
send that
ahead
kid
and,
a couple bunnies he sent me earlier.
I'll go ahead and send a memory image of. Actually, nah. I'll just go ahead and send the message of hey, has anybody received any word from the Blackstone? A concerned person is asking about it and is looking to try and get in contact with them. Let me try it. Hey, 2 degrees of success.
Yeah, this would be a fun thing to look into how Malachi sees the world and sends messages through the warp. So what does Malachi perceive the warp to be?
Malachi perceives the warp to be a giant sort of sea of static, and as he goes ahead and says that message out, it sees a ripple in the static being just sent in a direction. Basically, off in the distance in the warps, which represents the different astropaths, there's little balls of static, which he himself is one of them. So basically, it's sending static to, this other psychic presence and other psychic presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you send out a small burst of static, which is you inquiring about this. And yeah, so after a moment, you get a few replies, and you kind of take a minute, spend some time deciphering them, figuring out exactly what they mean. Because you just got a burst of static, you have to go, okay, what the fuck is that burst of static? Just have to go over it, go through it, analyze it with psychic abilities, that stuff to actually see what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
And, what would be the skill you would roll for this? See how much info you get.
Could be invocation, psiessence.
I think
awareness.
charm would work. It's more of your people skills, how willing would they be to give you the info?
Okay, big money. Ah, shit. Wait, can I attempt to burn a fate point with that one?
You can spend a fate point to reroll, you don't need to burn it.
Okay. I will spend it.
So I pinned what you can do with fate. You reroll failed test 1 to get a +10, but you have to do that beforehand. So so you pin that out, and you haven't really been here long, you don't have too great of a connection with the fellow Astras here. You know each other, but you've not hung out or anything before.
Mm-hmm.
For -2, I think you get back one of them have, but he doesn't really know why he should tell you. Kind of effectively asking for a bribe.
Don't give if he doesn't want a fucking fisting straight up his face!
I just look at Gizmek, then I turn back to Malachi. It's money's no object.
Could be money, or could maybe he wants to get off the station. Would he possibly be able to open up a position on your ship for him?
If he's looking for a bribe, I don't think he's looking for a place on the ship.
Then clearly isn't a smart astropath. Anyways, I'll do what I can. And with that, Malachi will send a message back out saying, a person, or a rogue trader is looking to get in contact with the ship. He has plenty of funds that he'd be willing to wire to you, or even a position off this rock. And would that be willpower? Send it again.
This is a short enough distance, and you've already established the connection. I can see kind of trade messages. I'm not going to make you roll for every single tiny use that you do, because you are a practiced astropath. You know what you're doing.
Okay.
So what was it? What's the general gist of the message that you send over?
The general gist is a rogue trader is looking to get in contact with the Blackstone's captain, and the Blackstone in general, in return for the location or, information on it. He's willing to go ahead and wire you some funds, as well as even a position off this rock, if you're interested.
Yeah, so you get back a thing of basically like drop off this amount of money here, which we don't actually need to say because rogue traders don't care about actual money cost, and the game doesn't even have a metric for it. It's gonna say, like, send me this money, and I'll tell you.
All right. Looks like we have a drop-off point.
Really wish I had my accountants here, but well, that's just kind of like I don't know what I need to do. Like, do I just need to like snap my like?
Yeah, so we assume you just kind of like have like a decent amount on your like access to effectively a bank account, that kind of thing. Because like, producing money isn't that hard. It's more that you need to test to actually get specific items.
Yeah.
But yeah, for bribes, you can just pull money out of your ass.
Okay.
Because like, let me check what your actual factor is. You have the money of a planetary noble at your disposal.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I just care about these number things so much.
You have the amount of money of a planetary noble, a merchant house, a weak governor, or a lesser rogue trader. Yeah, so you have the funds of a governor of a small planet. So money is not a problem.
Like I said, money is no object. How much is it?
It's a couple thousand credits, sir.
Yeah, be like 2,000 gil, which is like quite a lot of money because you did mention that it was a rogue trader. So he asked for way more than he should have. Like, for a bit of info, it'd be like a couple hundred would be like the standard for a bribe.
I literally just like I was like, you could have asked for a lot more than that. I just literally like pull it, like reach into like one of my pockets, like pull out like.
Oh, just a minute, maybe again.
I pull out a baby.
And sacrifice it to the Emperor.
The Emperor protects.
Get 2,000 credits.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects.
Oh my god.
Love squat for the Emperor.
Slav squad.
The squad for the Emperor.
Man, it feels like the entire world stopped again except for 4 people.
Hopefully that's got rid of them.
I'm just imagining you eating them off in the roof.
Throw her out of the room. Yeah, that should keep up in your front house.
Yeah, I should keep occupied. Just like trying to climb out of the tree.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Like,
I'm just like,
Yeah, so when you guys go to drop the money, it's like, effectively, are you bringing Gizmek, or are you having Gizmek stay here and clean himself up?
Gizmek.
Now, I imagine what happens is Malarkey fucking goes Gizmek over to the shower and attempts to introduce him to operating it, and assumes Gizmek gets it, but if he were to ever come back to this room, he would realize that the fucking, like, thing has been broken off and the whole entire thing is just spewing water forever, and his water bill is off the rockets.
Malachi is he looks back in and he's just like, thank the Lord I'm not going to be here long.
It's like you ever come back to the station, it's gonna have a bill for like 20 million gelt.
20 million gelt.
Hell, what is expensive on a space station?
It's just the entire like apartment complex is flooded. Why has nobody gotten a repairman out there? We don't know.
It's like,
Hey, no, I told!
It's like 3 dead servitors who are trying to fix it and drown.
Gizmek was actually the only repairman on the station.
I just imagine this one really bored dude who's paid by the hour just like standing there mopping in the middle of the water, just like very slowly doing absolutely no actual work, but just like dead blank stare. as he slowly waves the mop back and forth.
I mean, yeah, I said Silver just tried to fix
No, it doesn't even need to be a servitor. It's just some dude who's lost all will to live.
That's just a servitor without the implant.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you guys head out to drop off the bribe while Gizmek takes a shower.
It's a really luscious shower. Too much water.
He gets the blood off at least. He's no longer red. So Gizmek slows down a bit. Gizmek gets a tiny bit slower, but also gets better.
Alright, yeah, right.
Oh, Lord.
You guys head over and you kind of drop off the cred into this it's like behind in this like small gap in one of the walls. You just slot the thing into there and you head off. And yeah, but like 10 minutes after you do that, Malachi gets a mental ping as he gets the info. Which is that shit.
Drive back
Yeah,
to the
which
fucking
is-
dorm, and Gizmek steps outside and he's just like, "Alright, ready to go." You probably hear something.
Yeah, so you get back, go to open the door. Yeah, you like step up.
Alright,
to
let's
open it,
go!
Gizmek-
You already got your shit right. Let's go.
Gizmek just pushes it open, steps out, and the small puddle kind of follows him out of the door, and you then close it behind him.
The water's still running.
Your apartment's an aquarium by the time you get back.
There's fish around.
Somehow a fucking goldfish pops out. Yeah. Gizmek just like puts like his pinky finger in his ear and pulls it out, and the goldfish just pops off and falls into the water. Like, alright, kidnap. Goddamn. And Gizmek sort of looks around, thinks for a moment now that he's clean, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, you get to get the other get." So just like looks at Holtz and he says, "I got one more other friend of mine need to get."
Oh yeah, I forgot to do this too. Bloop. Damn.
Well, we're still waiting on our contact. You can go pick him up.
Hey, he's on the way.
That's the info that you get. This guy named Marcus has been trying to undock the ship, but has been pretty much bashing his head into the wall of Imperial bureaucracy, and hasn't been able to get anywhere.
So he hasn't been able to take the ship yet.
But that's how that paperwork he gets like so much coming in handy.
Yes, he's not smart enough to know that he can just take off whenever he likes. Marcus was always yellow. Never wanted to go against the grain. Not if he didn't have to. Well, we can. First bit is to get to the dockmaster. I can probably get Marcus out of the ship and into the open. That'll make things easier.
Wait,
He'll probably come armed. So
Say
The one in
Dockmaster, right?
yeah, dockmaster.
Them docks, yeah, that's where my kid is.
The convenience. Let's go then.
Oi!
How serendipitous.
And yeah, I think we go to the dockmaster.
So, along the way, you guys break off to go and apparently meet Gizmek's git.
Well, no, we have to go to the dock to guys get.
So that's the thing. When you get to the dock, you're gonna go and find the dockmaster, or you're gonna go and find your git, which you're doing first.
Yeah, we go to basically like, so as we get to the dock, we go to what would be the more like mechanical area where they do like repairs and shit.
Yep.
And we're going to run into some very interesting fellows, some like weirdos and whatnot. It's sort of like horror paid nerds who work at this dock, and one of them is going to be jumping up on top of stuff and scrubbing things and whatnot and just looking plain unhappy. And it's going to be a little Gretchen fellow.
Yeah, as you guys come in, you see all that weird variety of people. Some like mechanicked up, some not, some most looking quite unhappy. A few like tech priests kind of wandering around the edges. You see like a couple like Grots or Gretchen here and there, and you see one who's there kind of whacking something with his wrench. Kind of like looks over the approach. Hey,
Baseball!
Down on it. Hey, Gizmek, what's up? He's like,
Get over here, you kid!
This is like 3 foot tall, almost like a baby orc. Is like what they look like. Very tiny orc. Kind of holding a wrench with like a small like, utility belt of other stuff. It starts waddling over. Hey, what you been up to?
Boring as fuck!
Yeah,
We're getting out of
what
here!
about it? Great. Where are we going?
This guy, he got a shit! He says he got fights for us.
Sounds great. I'll deal with the ship. You deal with the fighting.
That sounds good to me! And they takes a look at one of the Mechanicus, and he just, he just like, hey! Get!
Yeah, this like head turns around and has like 30 eyes, all that's like built into the face.
He holds up his fucking bolt gun with the toaster on it, and just like slowly touches the toaster end of it, and just like polishes it and smiles like a shit-eating grin. I still got the toaster!
It's like one of the eyes kind of like flash. But other than that, no other response. It just looks at you.
Yeah, it always gets him riled up. Alright, we got him. Let's go.
You guys head off with this tiny little Gretchen in tow. It's kind of like keeping pace as well as the old guy, because Gretchen have tiny legs.
Well, seems my crew is getting bigger by the second. Not a bad.
I wouldn't really
have,
call
but
Gizmo bigger.
not a bad problem to have, but something to think about. Anyways, to the Dockmaster.
Yeah. So you guys heading to find him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys go looking around. Thankfully, you got the info of where he was. Doesn't take too long. You kind of look around and find him there, kind of. This shorter guy, kind of hunched over slightly, like very nice looking robes that are fairly stained. It's like a big bundle of scrolls in one hand and some kind of it's like a small machine, like phone size, in his other hand, with these big like cybernetic eyes kind of pop out of his head, almost look like he's wearing binoculars. He's seemingly having a fairly animated conversation with some people in front of the smallish, like, merchant-looking ship.
Excuse me, sir.
I'll be with you in a minute. I got these fucks to deal with.
A rogue trader wishes to speak with you, sir.
Kind of like turns and says, like turns and says, "Fuck off! I'll be with you later." He turns and trundles over to you. You see, like, limping fairly heavily on one side.
Oi!
What can I do
Get!
for you?
He said to come listen to him!
Yeah, he sent the group that he was talking to off and starts walking towards you.
Oh, sorry, I completely misheard.
I'm coming. I'm slow.
Well, speed it up!
Massive sheet of paper.
Well, that's not nice to call yourself that.
And he gets up to, alright, how can I help?
I understand you've been having some issues with a fellow named Marcus trying to undock without following procedure.
Yeah, he's been trying to induct but can't get all the paperwork together.
I wish to help him expedite the process, but I need to meet him in person. Can you tell him to meet you at a certain location for me?
As far as I know, he doesn't really come off of the ship. He's just been on there, as far as I'm aware. He's done something else. Just been messaging.
Tell him that it needs to be handled in person. And that he's specifically meeting you.
Who is this guy? You seem like you know him or something.
He's someone I have personal business with.
Hey, you said you're a rogue trader. What's your ship?
The Blackstone is my ship.
You see, like, one of his eyes kind of, like, flickers, like, the light kind of coming on and off. And then he's like, apparently you got arrested.
Yeah,
for blowing up part of one of my docking arms.
Hey, Zach, mind if I make a contested willpower test right here, right now, with this fellow? I want to delude him, cast a psychic power on him.
Delude.
Oh, lovely. That's the first, one of the first really very useful ones that we've gotten. That match.
The guy rolled a 51, so you beat him.
Okay, so Delude is a focus power test, and basically it is with the person. They do not know this, but it gives a plus 30 bonus to all interaction skills against the target.
Nice.
So basically makes the
so it's like kind of reaching into his mind, like altering the way he's thinking very slightly.
Well, so I gotta do this real quick. 32. Okay, so with that,
yes, phenomenon. He got a 22.
Yeah, mirrors and other reflective surfaces within 5d10 meters distort or shatter. Oh God, does that count for ships?
Thankfully, ships don't tend to be shiny. Roll for the range.
Gotcha.
They also have yellow fields.
26 meters.
So 26 meters in a docking station. There wouldn't be any mirrors. Not much in 40k is shiny. Does anybody have anything on them that will be reflective?
Fucking hate it here until he finds all the gold.
Does anybody have any like goggles or anything like that that might work?
I have goggles. Yeah, Gizmek has goggles on his forehead.
So the question is, do they distort or shatter?
I mean, Gizmek isn't wearing them currently. They're like up on his head. So it's like Malachi kind of feels that like psychic feedback. He kind of glances around. Just like the lenses and goggles like shift around and now basically like, completely reversed and are not going to be see through at all. But other than that, that's the only thing that was affected. Nothing else reflective nearby.
Considering it's an orc using them, as long as he still believes they work, they probably still work.
Just don't tell him and he won't notice.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, at least nobody exploded.
Okay, this feels like a few minutes. Like, oh shit. Oh, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. As he says, heard you were arrested. I kind of just like look around like, I don't feel very arrested. It seems that there was some sort of misunderstanding.
Maybe there was. But we're still...
It seems that someone is trying to make off with my ship. Maybe there's a bit... Maybe you want to help me out and get to the actual bottom of who destroyed your docking arm.
Sure, I can arrange this meeting. Just let me talk to him afterwards. Actually find out what's going on here.
Oh yeah, you can talk to him all you want.
Well, I'm sure everything will become clear soon enough.
Gizmek looks at Holtz and gives him like the biggest sheet.
I keep myself impassive, but when the Darkmaster's not looking, I give him a little bit of a wink.
Gizmek, meanwhile, just thinking, yeah, you can talk to him all you want. We didn't say he'd be alive to talk back.
Is there like a deceive?
Yeah, yes, I think so. Yeah.
So let's roll a deceive.
30.
It's only for what Malachi does, but yeah, I'll let it apply. It does make sense.
Alright, so that's basically just a, let's see. It's one of the few...
Somebody has a dog on this.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, that's my dog. Alright.
He wants to be involved.
Where?
I'm not surprised.
I'd like to burn a reroll, or not burn, but spend a fate point.
Remember, you can spend those beforehand to get bonuses on tests as well. You don't have to just use them for rerolls.
Yeah, but like I never roll, never like +1. Like it's always -3.
At the back of the dock, somebody's fucking like yelling at
Damn.
their like dog companion from like some X world.
Yeah.
Sings to it.
It's alright, apparently.
There's a concert going on somewhere else on the fucking space mountain.
Yeah, some guy's walking past with a boombox. Just a minute.
Somebody else walks in with their baby. There's so much ambience here. I'm
Dog, a
so
baby.
engrossed in this world. We are back up. All right. Welcome back to the space station, talking with the Dockmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
we're
five.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left off at the 5.1 degrees of success as the first good roll of the game. Well, second. Got 22 and a 10. Yeah, so he like looks at you guys like, at least check. It's kind of like, his head kind of tilts up for a second as both of the eyes start like flickering. Sent the message. Need to have a meeting with him. Like points across like a bit, like kind of like underneath the stairway, effectively.
Enough of me. I'd rather have.
Either. I've already sent the message.
And we're meeting him like in a stairway. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, like beneath the stairway, kind of like off in the corner of the dock. Like mostly out of sight, but anybody that knows you're there would be able to see you.
Okay.
It's got a purple paint.
No, we don't have paint. Why do we have paint?
Oh, you fucking still got anything good round here?
Gizmek. It's okay, Gizmek. Like Malachi's trying to hold him back.
Gizmek just sort of sitting there, like he's just like crouched down, and he looks like he's sort of like a sad puppy dog as fucking Malachi's patting his shoulder.
It's okay. It's okay.
Shall we get ready to diffuse the situation then?
Well, might I throw in a suggestion, Captain? Considering that if he does happen to catch a whiff of something's up, we may want to plan a sort of surprise for him.
That's exactly what I meant. Get ready to cut off his escape.
Very well.
Cut board his escape.
Sounds good to me.
He'll probably bring guards with him. I wouldn't be surprised if he has servitors. Be ready. This could get ugly very quickly. In fact, I'm rather expecting it to.
Yes, he's. Yeah, you kind of get a message to you. He's like, he's responded. He said he'll be there in 2 hours.
2 hours.
Alright, we can find some purple paint!
Me who's already covered in purple.
You, give me your coat!
Yeah, why do you think he doesn't talk to you? He can't see you.
Damn.
Yeah,
Funny thing is that explorers do have an ability I can unlock, which allows you to go invisible.
Yeah, it's called red paint.
yeah, but you don't need it.
Yeah, true.
That would be like a really dumb idea for like an orc group and the psyker. He's not actually a psyker, he just throws paint at people. Just has a whole fucking of paint that he throws, like, hey, I need to go fast. There you go.
Haste! Luck! Yellow. Where's the blue? Blue is yellow. Blue is luck, right? Yeah.
Blue is yellow.
Be the best you can be! Blue is yellow. Blue is yellow is green is the best.
The rainbow orange just.
Yeah, yellow is explodey. Black is tough. Oh, dead hard.
Green is the best!
Yep.
He doesn't have to do much for that.
I go to like the meeting area and I start like looking for like places to like stay, like make sure that like, you know, he can't run away. Like, you know, like where like the escape routes are, and like make sure that they're covered. Things like that. I don't know if you have like a I don't know if you have like a battle map prepared or anything, but
I'm like shaking a very rough thing of what it's like.
I
Yeah, it's like coming down there,
Scroll down. Yeah.
like boxes and shit scattered around, like a forklift kind of thing.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah, you're gonna
Ooh,
be in, like,
forklift!
just over there. Yeah, it's just like stuff scattered around. There's people moving around here and there.
Always want
This is
one of
not
these things! Choo choo!
You gotta get on the forklift and the operators, and there's like, excuse me, I'm busy.
The orc just like, you can hear the like cracking as his neck slowly turns to look at him. Nice. You shame, motherfucker!
Roll and intimidate.
I'm forklift certified.
You can have a +20 for being an orc. Situation. Yeah, so you like look at him, crack your neck, and he is. Oh, what would you know? I'm on break. He just climbs down. Starts walking up.
That's what I thought you'd get! It's just like Gizmek convinced that a fucking like this thing is a train to go and shoot you the whole time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so how you guys gonna prepare over the next couple hours?
Gizmek is gonna learn how to operate the forklift.
Yeah,
Alright.
roll a techies.
Techies. Oh yeah, I'm actually good at that. I wish it would actually let me use the. How the fuck do I do these fucking rolls properly? Because I have like two boxes in this. I have a +10 to it, right?
Yeah, you click on the far right. You just click the number. It does the
I
math.
had to pull up this purely just to do this one fucking thing. Yeah, it only works in this. 2.4 degrees of
very
success. That was a
professional.
really good roll. I know how to use a forklift now.
Thankfully, stuff is made to be fairly idiot-proof. In 40K,
Wow. I mean, accurate, but wow.
yes, they don't want to spend ages training people, so stuff is fairly easy to use. It's like one lever goes forward, the other lever turns it, and you just quickly figure out how exactly those work.
Choo choo!
Sator is just watching this questioning his life.
Is there like a thing that I can use for like cover?
You can use your
there's, like,
forklift.
yeah, there's various like crates and stuff kind of scattered around.
Alright, I'll be like behind one of the crates. Like
Be in like this corner behind the barrel. Like,
yeah,
gun
that's yeah. Probably what I was
Yeah,
gonna do.
Rough thing to show you guys what it looks like. I'm actually setting up on that.
Gizmek is operating this forklift and just like driving around mindlessly, not even paying attention to the task at hand because he's gotten distracted by this new toy.
Yeah, nearly running over several people.
Yep. Get out of the way! He's probably going to insist on bringing this onto the fucking ship because now he's
Yeah. Get on the way.
Thankfully, you do have the cargo hold.
Style points if Gizmek ends up impaling the fucking captain.
Don't worry. By the end of this campaign, this fucking, like, little thing, this dinky thing meant to bring shit around is gonna be covered in spikes, painted red, and fucking whizzing around the fucking battlefield.
You're gonna turn it into a mech, somehow add arms, just like
Yes!
big, beefy.
This is going to be, this forklift will become my mech boy.
It's going to make.
my fucking
It's going to
bucket.
make dreadnoughts flood. It's going to make dreadnoughts blush.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's-
It's this one.
Which direction is he? Like, are we expecting him to come from? Yeah, that one. That one's the one.
You're not sure where he's going the way he is now. You know that you're meeting him.
Right.
Yeah,
So I am
does
going
need
to
to be
do
good.
something. I'm going to. Do you mind if I roll probably really bad deceive check or whatever it is to see if Gizmek can convincingly pretend that he's actually operating this fucking forklift for a reason?
Sure. You can
Like,
try.
Pretend he's doing a job. He's going to fail because I'm pretty sure it's
I'd
based
say-
on fellowship.
So this would either be, I think disguise makes the most sense here.
All right. Yeah. So he's trying to disguise himself, and this is
Although
gonna
you
fail.
are not that good.
Oh wow! I actually succeeded barely.
Whoa! Holy shit!
How?
I was going to give you a
I have
10 because you're a mech.
I have 32 fellowship, and that's an untrained skill. So
So it's half that.
Oh.
So that is 1.8 degrees success because it's going to give you a plus 10 because mech boys have innate skills with machines.
yeah, Gizmek's just doing his job.
Yeah, so you guys see a legitimate forklift going around, kind of moving boxes around. So yeah, so if you guys want to move the crates around here at all, if you want, you can.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
can move
so-
them for-
Yeah. So Gizmek is actually going to. I'm going to assume that if Holtz wants to, he can tell me how he wants me to move them at all. If he wants me to line them up or anything nicely.
I just want to make sure that like once he's in the spot, like just to make sure that the escape's cut off.
All right. Put some like right across here to make it harder to get to the staircase.
Yeah.
Some across here. And I'm assuming this is a wall back here.
But we were talking about like kind of like arranging the boxes so like once they were in the meeting spot, they would have like a hard time escaping.
I drew
So
like
that we can
3
actually, like-
green lines as to where relatively they should be, except for the one at the top this is a wall right at the top.
Yeah, and this is a wall and this is a wall. It kind of opens out this way. And the rest of the place is all that way.
Yeah,
so
like
we
just
leave these ones here. Put some right here to cut off the stairway. Put some right here. I'll delete those.
So you don't know which way he's coming. He might be coming from the stairs.
Well, yeah, but we're
Well,
trying
like,
to cut off his escape.
Oh.
Oh
yeah,
no!
he can
Yeah.
still get
I
it.
accidentally
Oh,
killed
no.
me in the forklift! No! My
No.
choo-choo!
Like we still let him like get in, but like.
How could this happen to
God.
me?
Oh, I put you on the map
Made my
later.
mistakes. Got nowhere
I-
to run. It's time for me to go. No.
Yeah, so Gizmek crashes the forklift and it explodes.
No! No! You can't do this to me, man. Oh, now it's a
Actually,
different.
I found a more 40k one.
Yes, perfect.
Uh,
Now it's a token.
Yeah, the other one was a token. I decided to set back. Go.
oh god.
Choo choo!
Can I hide inside a box?
Yeah,
like
we
this
were
one. with
joking
the
about
icon.
hiding fucking him inside of a box that the fucking forklift is holding.
Yeah, you could try that.
Why are we doing this?
Because
Yes,
why the
we are.
fuck not?
Because we don't know where they're coming from. They're going to get
Oi,
a surprise.
you three eyes, get in here!
Yes.
I need something to carry around. Choo choo!
Gets in.
Generally not a good idea to argue with.
This is
Like,
either
I
going
feel
to
like
end-
I feel like we're gonna justify half of the dumb shit that happens by. Yeah, it's not really a good idea to argue with an orc. Or I didn't feel like arguing with an orc.
This is either going to end spectacularly or terribly. Possibly both.
I was gonna say most likely both.
When you see the guy, just charge him at least.
I am stuck. Door stuck. Door
Door
stuck.
stuck! Door stuck! So yeah, I've successfully did that disguise check to look like a regular civilian. We did some dick around rolls to check to see how badly we are going to roll in the near future.
Yeah, so this is roughly how you're setting it up.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. That looks about right.
No cover to speak of.
Not in there, but like we have cover where we are.
Okay.
Like
I don't
It's
need
like-
cover. I'm an orc.
It's like,
Yeah,
well,
like-
they're actually coming from down there, so.
Oh yeah, in between
Yeah,
these
they're
2
on
hours,
position.
would I have gotten any chance to actually heal up?
Healing is over like days.
All right.
You can spend some fate to heal though.
How much does it cost to heal?
Yeah, none of you have a Medicaid skill. It's like unless would Gizmek have like gone to a doctor. I think it is wound treated.
I don't think so. So what? How much do I heal from a fate point?
I think it's 1d5.
Yep, D5 damage you can remove. Unless I don't think any of you have the Medicaid skill, do you?
Nope. I don't.
I can for some reason pilot a ship, but I cannot heal.
Yeah, that's
let me.
bad.
I
Alright,
probably
so I
don't.
used 1 and I healed up 3 more, so that's good. So I need to know how much health does the forklift have?
Not sure. You see there's a vehicle section. I didn't expect you guys to get up.
Well, I
Understandable.
can see why. But at the same time,
I just like offhandedly mentioned that there's a forklift, and you just like, no, it is mine now.
it is my forklift. I am now attached to it.
While you're deciding on that, can I ask what should I know about fatigue?
Fatigue, how well, go on ahead if you want to.
You can take from like overexerting yourself, or being hit with critical damage, and when it
Yeah.
gets maxed out, you pass out for a few minutes.
What's the max level of fatigue?
Fatigue, you can take up to, I think it's strength bonus plus toughness bonus.
Then
Toughness
I'm
bonus plus will bonus.
yeah, and as
It's
long as I
8
don't reach max fatigue, I should be good, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
so you have
That's
a
all I
max
needed.
9.
Nice. Because of the little stairs, The littlest stair gives you 1 fatigue no matter what, so that's why I was asking just in case.
Alright. I have a fatigue of 9 too. Well,
I have a fatigue of 6.
well you see, I'm an orc, so my toughness is up there, and my willpower is up there too. Because why not? My lowest stat is, funnily enough, agility. My intelligence is better than it by 1.
Oh, there.
Gentlemen, my feet have arrived. Dude.
Kinky.
Okay. Here, I will.
Alright, here we go. We've got stats for a Sentinel Walker, which is basically like a forklift that has legs instead of wheels.
That's what it's gonna be eventually.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have weapons, but it'd have all the rest of this.
Typing out legitimately the stats of this thing that I just fucking hijacked from a dude. Like, I just want this entire fucking campaign as a comic. The slow scene of him snapping his neck to the side. It's my fucking no!
It's like a Junji Ito horror manga.
This hole, it was made for me!
He starts to turn around next page, his horrifying face right in front of you.
Something must be going on in, Malarkey's background.
Rip.
Oh yeah, I did say BRB. I'm fucking dipshit and didn't.
Yep.
6 meter speed.
Cruising speed 8 kph, plus 10 maneuverability.
14, armor 16, all. Nice. That's more armor than I have.
Yep.
2 metric tons. Open top can cold shot the occupants. Oh, we'll fix that, don't worry.
I forgot that stat for a powerlifter. You can use it to attack, technically.
This is getting good. Gizmek found his way.
Yeah, there'll obviously be heavy penalties to try and attack with it.
It's unwieldy.
Yeah, that unwieldy means you can't parry with it. But yeah, there will also be just like general heavy penalties to try and attack somebody with it because it's a forklift.
Yeah, but that does more damage than my fucking chain axe, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 massive forks coming out.
Alright, Sator is back BRB for a minute too. He put in forklift stats.
Oh my god, he put in forklift stats. Plus 10 maneuverability, fuck yeah.
I honestly forget what that does, but it sounds cool.
Give you a plus 10 on just the turn it quick.
Tokyo Drift!
Tokyo Drift.
How many bags of fucking chips did you grab, man?
Huh? No, I'm pulling out my stompers. Freaky.
Or did those things just arrive in the mail or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Whoa. Oh my god.
I mean, it's very fitting in the context of you getting fucking more fursuit stuff, but don't say woof.
I said whoa.
I thought you said woof. Yeah. Oi! Everybody! Look at him! Malarkey's a furry!
I mean,
Oh, he's back.
Don't tell.
That brought him back. Fucking a furry of the warp.
He's like, what? No, those guys are scary. They got horns and everything.
I
For a guy with normal voices, yeah, that fucking be great.
Right, so is this your guys' plan?
Yeah, it's as good as
yeah, pretty
anything.
much.
So, Holtz, I will point out an obvious flaw that you would notice fairly easily. That is, if they come down the stairs, they will just see you.
Okay, then I'll just move over here.
The stairs are a fairly obvious place that they can come, well, that he could come from. You don't know if he's bringing anybody. Presumably, he will be.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting him to.
Yeah,
But
Why is the old man here? He's probably just going to get himself killed.
because he can't. Well, you guys haven't made him leave yet, so he's just hanging around.
Exactly.
I want to keep my my eye on him. That's pretty much it.
He's going to be the front.
He's planning on jumping out and aiding the fight. He's just here.
He's going to be the distraction.
So let me reiterate. This is a wall, and above is a wall. This is open, and that is open.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So theoretically, he could come from down here, or this, like either of these general directions.
Yeah.
So if you wanted the most secrecy for him not seeing you specifically, you would want to be under the staircase here.
I guess it'd probably be very important that I be like I guess yeah, I'll be under the staircase, I think.
If that works, I guess.
If he sees you, he's gonna immediately be like, "Oh shit, I know what's happening," and leave.
Yeah, like
Yeah. It's true.
so I'll just be like under the stairs. Baby again.
We've got Gizmek and Gizmo operating this forklift, and I've successfully disguised myself as the forklift operator, slowly putting these crates around in organized rows and shit.
My lord.
This is the best plan ever! Choo choo!
Yes, everyone.
This is the great.
Yeah, roll me for your hiding. Gizmek already
Yeah, I rolled a disguise because I'm hiding in
rolled
the
for his
open.
disguise. It's just the rest of you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Silent, you said?
5 degrees of failure.
What
Yeah,
I have.
you guys would have a bonus if you got time to prepare.
I don't
Given
think it's
all
accurate.
I'd say it'd be a plus 30.
2 degrees of failure. How bad did I have?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll spend a fate point.
What do I have to spend for hiding in for hiding in the box?
You would be a silent move as well, but I'll give you a plus 50 instead of the plus 30.
Oh,
You're gonna spend a fate point?
Silent move. That's. I'm just gonna reduce one of my stats to whatever my silent roll is, so that I can just roll it without going into Chrome now. Or silent move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Alright.
decrease one of my stats for now to what I have my silent roll. Sorry, silent move. Only so that I don't have to enter in Chrome now. Plus 50.
I don't know why it's not working for you. Plus 50, 50.
plus 50, plus M50 in the modifier, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yay. And that's
Generally based off the fellowship, but whatever. Then based off agility.
I just place at my fellowship at 19 because that's my skill. And then I place it back at 24. It's whatever.
Yeah, so Sator is hiding inside his box. His neck looks like a normal operator. Just Malachi, who's obviously an astropath, crouched behind the box.
Dun, 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 dun.
Probably waiting for someone or something. That's the best you can use as an excuse.
Yep.
We'll just wait for Gizmek to get back. Unless anybody has any more planning to do.
Can I have like a one box under the stairs just so I have like a little bit of cover?
Yeah.
Like how you pinged the stairs before moving them?
If I was holding down to dragon, it pings when you hold down.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Just like
That just
Make sure you guys know exactly what I'm doing.
There is something here. I found the big secret. What do I keep?
What big secret?
The 1 pixel here.
I thought that was dirt on my screen.
Can't blame you.
Who's drawing?
Got me some stompers, lads. Yes.
Malachi's just sitting there trying to put on his furry costume. He needs to blend in easier.
You see, to blend in, you gotta stand out.
Hey! They're gonna be looking for like suspicious dudes, not furries.
The best disguise is the one you don't expect.
You see, they're gonna be looking for people with blindfolds or psychic eyes. Nah, if you put on a fursuit head, it's gonna be weird.
But it's a fun thing of actually, seriously, furries are technically a legitimate form of mutant within the Imperium.
Yeah.
Felinids.
No, not men, felinids. They're like cat people, and they're actually a mutant form of human that is somewhat accepted. They are very rare, but they are actually a cat.
Ooh, you're so warm. Die in holy hellfire, heretic!
And if you look up art on them, there are two distinct things that they go down, which are either very ugly cat people or tabaxi. Or just cat girls.
Yep.
So the cat girls are like a lion head, the only two that you can find. Yeah, you guys ready?
I think so.
Muffled sounds coming from a box.
Let's get this show on the road already.
Let's show this road on the git. I'm gonna go as a psychic phenomenon now.
Yeah, so you guys hang out for a bit, and then Malachi and Gizmek are the first ones I can see it. Holtz hears people coming down the stairs, but there's been a fair number of people coming down the stairs and giving very weird looks to what was going on here. But yeah, Malachi and Gizmek can see this.
Screaming out Choo Choo every now.
Yeah, you see coming down the stairs, the front is a guy who looks a fair bit like Holtz, kind of like a similar style of dress. It's basically Holtz without dreadlocks, and the clothes more of a like dark blue rather than white. And it says, yeah, very similar style of dress.
Navy short-haired Holtz.
Yeah, and coming down behind him are 3 servitors, which are these. What were once humans who then got lobotomized and cybered up because of the crimes that they did, and are now mostly machine with like bits of flesh here and there. And as they come down, you see they got all of them have these like weird 4-legged things, which make it really weird coming down the stairs, like weird and jerky coming down them. And Gizmek, I think you would have, roll me a common law tech.
Common lore.
If anybody else has, if Malachi, if you have it, you can roll it as well. And this would be fairly easy, so you can have a plus 40.
Whoa, okay. I'll still try.
If you
and
have
roll.
the skill,
I do.
you have to have the skill to roll it.
Common Lord. Let me check it.
Probably go
I don't.
time than me actually with it.
He doesn't have the
Give me a
skill.
second, I have to pull up fucking Chrome in order to actually roll this shit.
Oh boy.
Why don't you have this in Chrome anyway?
Because my layout is fucking set up for Firefox. I'll have to fix it for Chrome. The
Yep.
40 modifier. Damn, I still rolled an 87. This mech's still clueless,
No.
paying too much attention to his choo-choo.
Yeah, weird servitor things.
Yeah, actually-
you know that servitor.
You know what? Gizmek wants to be smart with tech. I am going to burn my... not burn, but use my last fate for that and reroll it.
Alright.
Yeah, and still fail. Alright.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, so even with a fail, so, they are definitely a kind of servitor, and they all look like fairly beefy. So they might be for like lifting stuff. They're they're quite strong. Yeah. So they're definitely like heavily built and like tough looking things. But you're not entirely sure what exactly the servitors are built for. Yeah. They start coming down. Where are my dice? From hither dice.
Come forth and propagate.
So as they come down, let's see if they notice Malachi. It is possible he fails by a fuck ton. No, he got a 28. Yeah. So you see him kind of coming down, he looks over, and what is Malachi doing?
He's kind of like on his data pad, just like hanging out.
So there's a blind guy looking at a data pad.
Yeah.
Prejudice much?
And it's just like anybody that knows would be very easy to tell that, oh, that's an astropath, or he's just pretending to be blind.
What do you want me to fucking say, Zach? I have a blindfold over my head, but I can see.
Yeah, I just find it funny that you're like, oh, I'm looking at my phone. So, okay.
Yeah.
Typical blind person.
That's ableism, okay?
Typical blind person behavior. Write some note.
Mhm.
Yeah. They start to come over and he looks over and it's like, excuse me?
Oh. Can I help you?
I am wondering if I can help you. What is an astropath doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on your ship?
I'm waiting for my ship to be finished. The dock went ahead and my captain went off, so I'm kind of on break.
Oh, would you mind not waiting here? I have some business.
Yes, my apologies. Here, I'll get on the way, and I'll just begin walking on over here. Like, I'm not making any sudden movements or anything like that. I'm just walking away.
Yeah, you kind of like watch for a second and then starts heading over. The 3 servitors following him.
Comes in here and the first thing he hears is, Choo Choo! They're in
over
boxes!
He kind of like
Uh-oh.
looks at the orc.
Who
He
succeeded his
has to
disguise
roll.
check, so
He did
somehow
roll disguise. Yeah, he rolled the.
So this
Well,
might
he
be
rolled
considered
disguise,
pretty
like,
normal for him.
Yeah, it's like there are all orcs not allowed in this place, so it's not out of the question that you'd see one on a forklift. He's like, excuse me, orc, I have some private business here. Could you go somewhere else?
Private business? I've been told I need to organize these boxes.
Roll persuasion.
So I'm sure I can make it worth your time. I won't be long.
Worth my time? What will you do to make worth my time? Mike looks at him.
Well, I'm sure they don't pay you well.
I get to drive my choo-choo!
You can go private somewhere else. There's more open spaces that you can go for the time.
Yeah, but they ain't got boxes there! Lifts up the box a little bit further, fucking jostles Soot a little bit more.
He kind of like looks around, like he's trying to find like somewhere else that he can point for you to go. But
If you need me to go somewhere else, you gotta get the boss to say it!
You gotta look around and say, yeah, speaking of, he's supposed to be here. And, like, checks his chronometer.
This is something about
I'm a bit early.
being a moment late. To some weird meeting, some cross-eyed motherfucker.
What?
I don't know, wasn't paying attention.
Well, could you tell your boss that I've arrived?
Alright. Gizmek just looks to like stuff on the dashboard of the fucking forklift, and he's figured out how to operate and move this thing, but he hasn't bothered with anything else, and he doesn't know if there's any communication stuff on it, but he just sort of like taps shit on like the dashboard a little bit and says, "Oi, get! He's late for your thing! He's waiting for you!" And then I'm going to assume I'm going to like mildly jostle the controls on the forklift to try and get give like the signal to like talk and pretend to be the other end.
I don't know, would Soot get that idea from the thing shaking and him yelling?
Yes.
I mean, you've had 2 hours. It's fair to say that you like prepared that beforehand.
Yeah, it probably wasn't
yes.
Gizmek's idea.
We'll be there.
Just says in a muffled voice coming from the box. Sounds like it's coming from the intercom system. Oh yes, I'll be there very shortly.
And while doing this, Sator is still thinking, why did I even think this was a good idea?
Somebody mentioned it as a joke, and Gizmek was like, "Perfect idea, let's do that!"
Yeah, so you see the guy kind of leans against the box and he goes, "Servitors, check the area and make sure it is safe." Start splitting off and kind of looking around.
Gizmek continues to move a box, and as the servitors are moving, he's taking the forklift and he's moving the box to place it like here in the servitor's path. He like cuts off the servitor like half absent-mindedly and drops the box off like right next to Holtz.
Would it be alright if I used a thought sending to get in contact with Holtz? Just casually, like, it does not require a focus power test, so that's the reason why I'm asking. Just like, so when's your when do you want us to do something?
I was hoping you would step in a little bit further. I suppose now is more good a time as any. Just wait for the servitors to back up a little bit. But I will like walk around.
Roll and move silently because that one is like checking that bit.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I have any?
You have to crouch walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you've
mean,
got a bit of stuff blocking the line of sight, and I don't think it's particularly.
Gizmek is
observed.
actively distracting by moving around with the forklift in front of him.
So you can have a plus 30 from Gizmek purposely being annoying and all the objects to block sight.
And natural 100 roll, go.
75, close.
I mean, I wasn't really planning on being like super like hiding.
Did you
Anyways, I
even
was
do
planning on
that?
just like
Did you even do the plus 30? Yes, you did.
yeah.
Did you want to do a?
No, I wasn't really planning on being hiding. I was planning on just like walking out and be like, "Hello, brother."
Yeah, so as you start moving, the secretary goes, "Halt! You are not supposed to be here."
oh
And
boy.
then step out and say that.
Gizmek is going to shift to spin the whole entire box around and try and throw it on the servitor.
Alright, well, that'll be combat then.
Ready for you!
That would be a surprise for it though, so,
Did like
Do I-
common lore tech.
it'd be tech use. You're using the tech.
Why do I fucking keep closing the Chrome that lets me actually roll shit?
Tech use, and you can have a plus 10, so you have had a bit to get used to this thing.
Oh boy, understandable.
All right,
Hey.
that's basically the attack for the box, but so it's not actually the spikes, it's the box hitting him, so it probably isn't the
Yeah.
damage.
So the box with Sator in it gets launched,
Oh God!
which Gizmek seems to have forgotten about.
Doesn't care about.
Or that.
Oh god.
Hello, brother.
Merry
Smash!
Christmas!
Oh god.
I'll say it would do like half the damage of the power lifter, so D10 plus 10, D10 plus 5.
Oh god.
Hey, 11.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
11 impact damage into the servitor.
Any pen?
1 pen. That's 12. Yeah, so the box smashes into it, and we say either way the thing's gonna like stumble and fall over. And Sator, give me a God, like what would be the equivalent of acrobatics?
I think there is an acrobatic skill.
I think it's a trained skill though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could do
Advanced skill.
contortion.
Dodge?
Yeah,
Dodge.
yeah, or contortion. Contortion.
Or contortion.
Yeah.
Contortion.
The same.
I find it hilarious knowing that contortion is a skill in this system.
Yeah, you gotta fit into the box.
Yep.
Oh
Just type-
god.
Now I'm just imagining Sator just fucking like origami ass fucking scrunched into this box.
Oh god. I'm just gonna reduce my agility to what my contortion is and then roll that.
Yeah, and you can have a plus 10 because there is stuff like catches off on.
Plus 10.
But there was no warning.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Do you want to
Use
re-roll
a
it?
fate point?
Oh god. What did I even
To-
get? I
to
got
die
a
slightly less?
79. You know what? Sure, I'll burn one.
You don't need a
Hey, you
burn
just
it.
spend
That's
one.
actually a different thing.
I'll use one. Yeah, burning it is getting rid of it or
I
something. I don't know.
think we will know what you mean.
Oh wait.
because
I also need to.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my. But I also need to roll 1d10 first. Because of backstory stuff.
No.
Are you claustrophobic?
No,
No, he's
a-
charmed.
If I roll a 9 when I use a fate
Oh, yeah,
point,
you don't.
keep it.
Yeah.
Watch this nat 100.
I'm waiting for it.
Even
69,
worse!
nice.
98.
Nice.
It's even worse! And you have to keep it!
69 though.
The negative 6.9,
Yeah,
so he dies horrifically. In a sexual manner.
Yeah, Yeah, so this box gets thrown around, which you had not been expecting. So you kind of get like thrown into the side of the
Which
box.
is hilarious
fall
that you
back.
weren't expecting it, considering you're in a box operated by a forklift,
Yeah.
which is run by a
And they gotta-
fork.
The thing kind of tips and spills you out onto the ground. That will be 3 fatigue.
Oh boy.
Ow.
It's not really like enough to cause damage, just being like kind of thrown into the box a bit because you can't really go over that far. It would
Yeah, it's
fall
just
down.
like very
You get
tiring.
thrown around a bit, they get a bit battered, and you just get knocked out of the box onto your ass.
What are these fucking circles around it? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. move.
I think it's meant to be like the thing's being repaired, and looks like it's wheels that have been taken off.
Isn't the thing under my HP bar my fatigue?
Yeah.
I cannot interact with it.
There's a fatigue thing on your sheet.
Oh, okay, let
If
me
you
use that.
increase the number, it'll affect the bar.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, fatigue is apparently it says only on here is toughness bonus.
Yeah, but that's just like home ruled it.
Oh, is this a home rule?
Where,
Yeah, because in a second edition of Dark Heresy, it's toughness plus willpower. I think that makes more sense.
where is the fatigue?
It's right by HP.
Yeah, down near the HP.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Would-
It's right under critical damage.
Yep, there. Found it.
I do not have 9 out of 9. There.
What do I roll for initiative?
Yep, then everybody roll initiative. It is. Is there an initiative buff?
Hmm.
I
D10
think
plus your agility bonus plus whatever bonuses you have.
Wait, what's
Seems to
that?
be an ability.
1d10 plus your agility bonus.
And any other bonuses. So
1d10.
all right,
Nice.
12.
I'm just gonna. It's plus 3 for me.
7.
6.
Holtz, then
Sure.
Malachi, then... Wow, you have 70 odd agility?
no, I have 2 bonuses.
Oh, you
I
have stuff that
Wary,
does
which gives me-
initiative
I have-
agility, specifically.
which gives
yeah.
me plus 1 bonus, and then paranoia, which gives me plus 2 bonus.
Paranoid and what?
And do you want to roll for Grismo?
Oh yeah, Grismo's would be... Do we have stats up for him?
Yeah, you did them.
His agility
got
is
his sheet.
40. 7. So he and Gizmek basically go on the same turn.
Yeah, so
I think
eyes are judged by the actual stat, by the actual number that you have. So who has higher actual agility number?
He has a
Yeah,
higher
Gizmek
actual
wins.
agility.
So Grismo would beat you in that then.
Yeah, would you allow me to say that Gizmek sort of just like has his gun in a position that Grismo can easily grab, so he can use it while Gizmek is operating the...
Yeah, this is like you guys prepared an ambush. You'd have had your guns like in a place where you could easily grab them,
Yeah, boy.
and like set beside you or something.
He actually,
Yeah,
funnily
so-
enough, has a better ballistic skill than me.
Yeah,
At the very
Grok-
least, I have.
Grok tend to have a better ballistic skill than all.
At the
Yeah,
very
better
least, I have. Sorry. At the very least, I have quick draw, so I don't need to worry about pulling out my weapon.
Yeah, so this is kind of like Holtz starts stepping forward. It's like, well, but as this box gets launched into the servitor, it's probably like a yelp is saying gets knocked out of it, falls onto the ground in front of him. The servitor's like on its hands and knees, or on its hands and one set of its knees, and it's trying to get the other set to like scramble in to get back up. And then you see Marcus kind of going for his gun.
That wasn't exactly the intro I was expecting, but and I pull out my gun with half action, and I take aim and fire. Which one would be easier? Would it be the prone one or the one that's still standing to shoot?
Well, yeah, prone things. Yeah, you get a penalty to shoot that prone things, I think. Rules. Prone. Let me double check. I think it's like a -10 or -20.
I think I'm also in like close range, so I think I get like a plus. I forget.
Yeah, weapon skill get a +10, but it's still have a -10 unless it's at point blank.
And then, am I in point blank range or? Because like
point
I'm
blank
really
point blank is within 3 meters.
okay.
So yeah, you're in.
I'm in
Well,
point.
like if you move like 1 step forward.
I already used a half action to like get my gun out, so. But
Let me just actually turn off the Euclidean because that's annoying. So yeah, you're just out. You're 4 meters away. Point blank is 3 meters.
I'll take my gun then, and I will shoot the other servitor that's still standing, and I will take my plasma fist, and I will shoot once. And I think close range is +10, +20.
Yeah, short range is +10.
Alright.
You don't have enough time for an aim though.
I missed.
Alright, they come back in, firing off the plasma missile, and it misses and smashes into the box behind him.
Yeah.
Maluki.
Malarkey.
I'm gonna be co-DM for you for a moment, Zach. If we both have 12, shouldn't we check agility?
What's your agility?
It's not that good. I'll give it that 28.
Oh, I thought you had better agility than that.
No, I'm on space. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to roll behind a box and get his pistol out. His turn, so half movement to roll over, half movement to get his gun out. Oh, yeah, so he rolls behind it and shouts, "Servitors, kill them!" Malachi.
Okay. Malachi's gonna go blip, blip as a half move. And then for this other half action.
Try and read the servitor's mind.
What's that?
Read the servitor's mind.
Nah, it's just a bunch of 1s and 0s in there. And he's going to go ahead and use a Psychic Scream on this one right here. So he needs to make a willpower test first to
He's
see
going to
if
add
he
a
gets that.
2 to the sequence. Holy shit!
I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna yell at him and say, "Hey, knock it off!"
What's going on?
I'm gonna re-roll that because I do not want to I do not feel comfortable. Okay, that's
That's
better.
much better.
That's much better.
6.2 degrees of success. Damn.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not 6.9 Kappa.
That's a 4.
The thing of
You rolled a 4.
It's the thing of, does this count as a mind-affecting psychic effect?
No, it counts as possibly stunning. I looked it up, and it counts as being able to stun them or like damage them. It's like a physical concussion.
What's it called?
Psychic Scream.
Concussive force.
And also, I looked it up. Servitors do not count as untouchables, so I can see them.
Yeah, but they have the machine trait.
Yeah, but they're fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like
yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
so it's like you're sending out waves of stuff that smacks them. Yeah.
It's a concussive
Can I,
force.
Yep. So this is going to ignore for damage. This is going to go ahead and ignore armor because it is a psychic attack specifically. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's the bonus of it. 11.
3. So 11 damage, ignoring the armor.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes 3 then, ignoring the armor. They have 8 soak normally.
Wow. Okay. And can I go ahead and get a toughness test at a -15?
Oof. That is a 28. Which becomes a 38. So that just fails.
Okay. So if it is failed by 1, they're stunned for 1 round.
So yes. So it would have been a target of 35, so it doesn't fail by a degree. It just fails.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
goes ahead and yeah.
Yeah, I'll be stunned for 1 round plus rounds equal to the degrees. So yeah, he's stunned for 1 round.
Nice. Just pop.
Yeah, so you just like blast out. So what's it like when Malachi does his scream?
I like to imagine the irony that for everyone else it's extremely silent, but the person that I'm going ahead and kind of blasting, it's just a mind-wrenching pop! Just extremely loud, sudden noise as it hits them.
Everybody can hear it.
Oh, well then it's a...
You like whacks them with the sound of it.
Then it would be a loud, concussive, just... Bap!
Bap.
Bap!
Yeah, kind of whacks. So Joe can like almost like leans backwards on its feet before going back onto the front too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like there's like kind of like shaking side is like blood running from the one organic ear. There's blood running from it. And that's your turn.
Yep.
And hey, it's his turn, so he's stunned.
Woohoo!
Alright, 6 more turns of
This
stun.
is like, I think he's going to stay hiding behind his box. I just have him in case he wants to evolve later. With this one, yeah, it's gonna move 2. Gonna move up to get into point blank range. And it's going to raise up one of its hands, and the hand part like flips down, and then like very, very small, like intense beam of light shoots out of it. As this thing is going to try and blast you with hell cannon. It's not hell cannon, hell gun hand. With an 87, which misses. It's gonna blast out, and Holtz just like duck down out of the way before it blasts into him. Gizmo.
Alright, Gizmo's gonna pull out the fucking gun on my back. So he has the bolt gun.
Does he have proficiency with this? He has training with primitive pistols and solid projectile pistols.
So he's gotta be bad with this, but he's gotta try.
I think it's a -20.
Cool. I'm just gonna roll ballistic skill at a -20, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it
who
close
he-
range?
Yeah, who's he shooting at? The modifiers for range and stuff.
Then that would be close range, so...
He's prone, so that would also be another minus. This one's also
short
still.
range. Yeah, so that'd be short range. Yeah, so short range for a +10. If he's shooting that one, it'd then be a -10 as well. So
Right, so he'll shoot the one that just shot at Holtz.
I think for any of them, it's short range. Because what's the range of the gun?
It is... Pull up Gizmek's sheet again.
Yeah.
It is
90 meters. Short range is,
Yeah, 90
is
meter.
within half that. So within 45 meters. So yeah, everything is half range. Everything is short range.
Yeah. So he's gonna blast the one that's shot at Holtz. Because it probably went past the...
Yeah, he kind of like pulls out the gun, kind of like braces it against himself and like part of the machine. Gonna take the kickback.
Woo!
Fires up into the roof.
I should know how you do it!
Yeah, it's not unreliable, thankfully. He goes very close to jamming. Gizmek.
Gizmek is going to... Basically, he's going to turn the forklift and run over this guy. Like, his goal is to take this forklift and charge straight this way.
Yeah.
This thing has a movement of... Will you put in, like, 6 meters per turn?
I'm in a 5. You can move like that.
Alright.
You can try and run him over. Damn, why'd you gotta do all the complicated shit? Where's the vehicle combat? Breaking out.
This is all punishment for interrupting so often with the babby.
It's not my fault.
True.
It is your sin to bear.
Alright. I'm just quickly looking if there's any like mechanics for ramming a person.
If not, you could just call it an attack with the fucking arm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll count it as an attack using the arm, which I'll say will have a flat -20. It'll be, yeah, I think tech use makes sense to use for the attack.
It's also prone, if that matters.
It is a melee attack, so that would give it then a +10.
So minus 10 instead?
Yeah, so tech use -10 to try and hit him.
You can do it.
Make sure
You got this.
The right input. Tech use.
I believe in you.
Minus 10.
I believe.
I believe in the thing called love, and I fucking feel that shit.
Yeah, and 90. And you turn to Rod and Decepticon kind of looks up and rolls. And like rolls to the side for a moment, and you kind of trundle. Start to slowly trundle past.
Hey, you wasn't supposed to do that!
Going your top speed of 8 kilometers an hour. Yeah, you're going at like walking speed. These things don't move fast.
Oh, you paint the thing red.
Yeah, it's currently yellow. So if you shot it would explode really good.
Alright.
Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas.
You're currently pro. Just fell out of the box.
Yep. Reasonably, who would be looking at me?
I mean, nobody in particular, but technically they don't really need to be looking directly at you for you to use your eye thing. So it's everybody within range.
It's like a cone.
Turn and just kill the captain with your eye. I don't think you have that much yet, but you can definitely do something to him.
Yeah, and it also stuns people for a turn if they get affected by it. Can I shoot the servitor with
I would
my...
assume he had his pistol in hand the whole entire time.
I have quick draw, so that doesn't matter really.
Alright, yeah. That's a good ability to have.
Yep.
You're both prone, so you could just get out your pistol and try and shoot him. Because you're not technically in there.
Amazing.
Yeah, you're not going to stand up, or you just...
Or... how... Is it half an action to stand up, or...
it'd be like half of a move. You can stand up for like half of your movement.
Yeah, and then
Just
my
half.
plan here is to stand up or from being prone, shoot this guy, and then if possible to move like over here.
Yeah, so what is your movement? Actually, we just
Movement.
double.
Half walk is 3 meters.
Yep.
Full walk is 6.
Yeah, let me double check prone, because there might be something else to actually get up.
Hey, Gizmo doesn't have a skill point in fucking tech use? I'm honestly surprised at that.
Where am I? Where's prone? I went to the wrong page.
Yep.
Prone 248. Doesn't actually say. So yeah, I'll count it as a half. I'll count it as like a half move, a half of a half move to get up. So you use 1 meter to stand up.
I feel like I want to work with you, Zach, on potentially adjusting Gizmek's tech use to be using willpower instead of intelligence, because that's basically what orcs do anyway.
It's still intelligence.
It's whatever.
Just sort of sucks because that's supposed to be my niche, but that's also one of my lowest stats. Like if it were willpower, it'd be a 54 instead of like a 38.
Can I first shoot the servitor?
Yeah.
Take a free +10 as I use Rogue Trader ability to give him a +10.
Inspire.
Yeah,
So I get the +10.
Yeah, so you have its ballistic skill +30, +30 from being point blank, plus another 10 from him being prone. Oh no, no plus 10 from being prone. That'll be a minus 10. But you're close enough. Yeah, so it's plus 30 for that. You're not aiming, but you get the plus 10, so plus 40 in total.
Plus 40. And also I'm going to burst fire. Because I can burst fire off 2, I'm pretty sure.
That is a full action.
Yeah.
Or then I'm not.
Yeah, you should be able to go down. There's only a damage roll. There's no hit roll. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, it's something of the Dark Heresy book. Yeah, it's the Dark Heresy things have it includes a roll to hit and the weapons, but these don't.
Yeah, I'll just do the roll for now. Plus 40, right?
No, there's a separate roll to hit. You can just click on the box that says name, and that's to hit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so the name and then there is a 40.
Name plus 40.
Don't put a plus, that'll break it. Just put a 40.
40, sorry.
Nice.
I did it.
4.1.
So and I roll damage once.
Yeah, you hit the 93, so you hit him in the leg.
And he has 710.
Yeah, so
Yep.
6 damage, 7 pen. So that's effectively 13 damage. Does nothing. These guys have 14 soak.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Yeah. As you guys are noticing, these guys are definitely combat served.
Yep.
Yeah, as you blast into the leg with the pistol, it kind of leaves a scorch mark, but no real sign of any damage to it.
Where the hell?
I'm not sure if I should go.
You have 2 meters of movement.
Get back in the box.
Use the box
You
as
could
cover.
get back.
The box is safety. The box is life.
Just fucking Sator becomes a fucking cat.
Yeah, so you like fall that box onto his ass and look over, shoots into the leg. It does nothing.
Damn it, it did nothing.
And then crawls back into the box.
Quickly do something to confuse him. Get back in the box.
The all-powerful navigator, everybody.
He tried.
And then this servitor is gonna stand up. What would it want?
I mean, if I were it, I would want to climb at the guy who fucking tried to run him over with a forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these guys don't really have vengeance. So it's just been told to kill everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't see the person driving the forklift.
and I'm right in front of him.
Yeah. I'm more thinking, would he step up and try and smack you with his chain axe, or is he just going to shoot you with the Helgun? You're in point blank, so that would actually be better for it. And yeah, it'd be weird it'd be difficult to try and climb up on it. Yeah, so it's going to bring up the gun, point blank range, try and shoot at Gizmek. And since you're at point blank range and it's open topped, it can just shoot you.
Hold shot the occupants. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in point blank, so I think when you're really this close, I don't think a point blank cord shot would be needed at this range. Although yeah, that is fair. It is technically to avoid the armor, so yeah. So you'd get point blank, laser sight, and then minus that, so he has a plus 20. 63, so he brings up the shot and fires it, and it kind of burns a hole into like the cage bit that goes around you.
Oi! I'm gonna have to fix it!
Nice. Holtz, top of the round.
Holtz, just kind of like standing his ground, like takes up the pistol, just takes aim and is going to use a burst fire for right where he is to get another plus 10. So I think it's a total of plus 40 to hit this.
Yep.
All right, and
Yep. That is plus 10. That is plus 30. Yep.
Nice hit. Dude, roll damage again. Fuck yeah.
Oh, you rolled a hit again. You have to confirm it. Yeah.
I did burst fire, so I got 2 hits or 2 shots because I hit like 4.7 degrees of success.
Yeah.
So I get 2 hits.
So roll you down. So at 82, you're hitting him in the legs. You guys like legs.
Hit the left leg
The right.
again.
Was
then
it the
one
right
more.
way?
Then I confirm the crit, see if I do any more damage.
Just like, let's just see what leg you hit, just for the hell of it. 82, it is the left leg.
Yes!
Yes.
Let me math out this. So the second shot was 11 damage, with 7 pens, that is 18. That does 4 damage to it.
Six pen.
Okay, so that's 3 damage to it then. I was looking at the wrong thing. Then yep, so and then the second one you confirm the crit, get an extra 13. So that's 28 damage with 6 pen. 2 blasts of the plasma shot. That is 28, 6 pen. That is 34.
Then 14
Minus
soak,
4.
so 20 damage.
So he took 8 energy damage to the leg. 8 critical energy damage to the leg. Let me find those tables again, because I can never remember where anything is in this. Where
Intricate
are you?
web of information on how bullshit happens.
Yeah, thank God for the index.
Yeah.
People who come from D&D 5e to this, they often get scared.
Okay, what's that one? Critical damage, where are you? Just need to like set up bookmarks or something. I don't know how though. Critically damage, that's the one. 260. Alright, so energy, leg. Apparently that wasn't the place. Where the fuck is this?
Hell.
Wait, why is it only saying 15? I should have done. Oh. Okay.
You have it set up wrong, or is it right?
I think it did tearing. It rolled tearing damage, even though I didn't have it checked. So it might actually not be a crit. But
No, it was.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll go with it anyway. Rule of cool.
Yeah, whatever. We'll go for it. Yeah. Alright, energy damage to the leg. There is 8. Energy shears through the bone, causing the leg to be severed. Let's make a toughness test. They'll become stunned for 1 round. Addition again, D10 fatigue, and is suffering from blood loss.
It doesn't have blood.
It's got oil. It's got a mix of oil.
And blood, probably.
Yes, you're gonna. So that's the thing is like fires you duck back, being the gun fire into it. But kind of tearing the leg off, like one hitting into the thigh. Actually, yeah, other way around. The second shot would actually have been critical damage because I did that wrong. No, I already took off the HP. I'll just do it this way. Technically, I should have gone differently, but whatever. We'll keep. So that is a toughness test. It succeeds. So it is not stunned. But he does take D10 fatigue. Do you want to roll for his fatigue? Holtz, do you want to roll a D10 for fatigue?
a 7
7.
fatigue.
Oof, he's not doing too good. This guy's now missing a leg. Yeah,
Suffering
technically, yes,
from blood loss.
yeah, suffering from blood loss, is not stunned, but yeah, is not in a good condition. Right.
Good.
So I shout out, I just wanted to talk, brother.
I don't like talking.
Wasn't talking to you.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, he's got all 3 of them are still up. He's not going to leg it just yet. Who do you want to shoot at? Can't see Holtz. Sator's in the box. Malachai's behind a servitor and a bot. Yeah, he's going to try and pop a shot at Gizmek. Get an aim.
The way you'd probably get like some cover or something.
Yeah, you'd be higher than the box. But you do
Yeah,
have
but
that.
it's still
He
be a
do,
difficult shot.
yeah, he gets the -20 for having to cold shot you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's a +10 for a half aim. Then -20. So he has a -10. Oh, he gets a 4.
Damn,
Ooh.
bitch.
He is only single shotting though. that.
You also have a dodge if you want to try to use a reaction.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that dodge exists.
Oh, okay.
So that is 6 damage with 7 pen.
Let's see if I roll a really nice dodge somehow.
Does that even hurt you? 13, does that get through your soap?
Oh, no. I have 15,
you have a
so-
stupid... Yeah, it kind of fires out, shooting and bops you in the leg, and you're just like, oh. And yeah. So
That was dumb.
feels like somebody's kind of holding a lighter to your leg.
That
A
tickle!
natural top. Ridiculous.
Yes, it is. And it's also in the official rule book, too.
Yeah.
Not, like, we thought it wasn't
it's
going
like-
to be in the official rule book after we went from the fucking one that we found on, like, the online wiki. But it wasn't. It was the same shit in the official rule book on natural toughness times 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna scream at Alistar.
Malachi. What I said.
Wrong
How you
campaign. All right. Malachi is going to go ahead and do the same thing again with a Psychic Screech, which is a half action.
He's gonna
So he's gonna-
stun poor servitor.
Well, here's the thing. He's got a plan. He sees that a Mister in a forklift is coming his direction, so he has to hold it in place.
If a
I mean,
bitch can't move, a bitch can't dodge.
I mean,
Don't
if
worry.
he's gonna hit you.
Don't worry. I still have half an action left after this. Fuck me, reroll. I need.
Considering that was odd 0.5 degrees of success, yeah. Definitely reroll. You have a good chance of getting that.
Come
God
on!
damn!
A 71 to 72.
Well,
Roll 20
Eh.
doesn't
Yeah,
miss
you
right
take
now.
a second, try and focus it, and then you're just like, wait a minute, and you see the thing coming towards you, and jump out of the way. It's a bit of panic.
you said he can move 5, correct? Or what's the?
It's not that fast. Tactical speed of 5.
Full move. I don't know if that's a thing.
Well, I
I
mean, if
could-
I'm just
okay.
trying to ram through, and I'm not actually trying to do it as, like, use the operate thing, can I just do it as, like,
Well,
a full move
yeah.
and do 10 meters?
If you don't turn, you can double it. You can double
Yeah,
it.
so
Because
that's
you
basically
turn
what I'm
sometimes.
doing. Get the fuck out of the way.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do my.
Eating up
Just-
like a light jog.
And then I'm just like, oh fuck this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 5 or 1, 2 to get out of the way, so that way he's just ramming straight into it.
Yeah, so like, kind of tries to focus on stunning it, then realizes that and jumps out of the way.
Hey,
Fuck.
savvy boy, come at me!
Oh god.
And this guy, he has a flamer. I need to. I think it fires like a template. Do I need to make sure?
It just
It's a
hits. He
cone.
just rolls damage, and if he rolls a 9, it jams.
Yeah.
And I think people in the fire get an agility test to like get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, if they aren't proficient, then it's a plus 20, but yeah.
When fired, they cast fire out to this distance. Does not need a mystical test. Yeah, a cone-shaped area extending in a 30-degree arc from the fire out to the weapon's range. So yeah. Servitors aren't that smart. It's just gonna turn and blast fire. It's going to be like this, roughly. Because I can aim it. Yeah, so it just turns, the hand drops down, and this fire just sprays out, hitting Holtz, Gizmek, and Gizmo.
Gizmek's gonna try and cover for Gizmo. Really good.
That'll be an agility test to avoid it.
What is the what?
It's just a flat, no bonuses, just agility.
I feel like Gizmo's better on his own with that than...
Yeah. I would say that Gizmek and Gizmo,
Can I give him...
the thing, would being in a vehicle give you a bonus or a penalty?
I mean, the flames would, like, be pushed around it, so go away from...
I mean, the point of fire stuff is to get through cover stuff. So yeah, I'd say it would just be moot. Because it would partially shield you, but also would, like, reduce your ability to dodge it. So yeah, I'd say it'll be flat. and then
does he
Gizmo?
have does he have fate points? I forget if we establish that.
No,
He does
he's not.
All right.
He's
Yeah.
just a Gretchen. I'd say you could use your fate points for him
I
if you
don't
want.
have any more, so it doesn't matter. I used them all way too fucking early. Here's my agility.
You're an orc. The Emperor doesn't really watch over you.
Why am I succeeding when he isn't?
Oh
It's
This
god.
fucking Gizmek like, oh shit! Ducks down, it goes straight over him into Grismo's face.
It's like Gizmo's like on your back, like cheering. You duck down. You just push him right into it.
Going it!
Alright, so some flamer damage. That was bad. That is 7 damage with 2 pen to the chest.
Grismo has...
I take no damage.
Grismo's down. He has 1 armor across the board. I don't think we ever properly established if he had, like, proper armor in any shape or form, but I don't think he does.
You didn't get him any. You didn't get him any, so yeah, he wouldn't really have armor. So that would be he takes 2 critical damage to the chest. 2 critical. Fuck you, I need to re-find it now. Dumb. Too many pages in this book. Oh, there we go. So 2, the blast punches the air from the body, inflicting 1 level of fatigue. He's out 1. Yeah, he's still conscious. But you, both Holtz and Gizmo need to make another agility test to avoid being set on fire.
Gizmo? Grismo?
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
I'm gonna burn my last, or not burn, but use my last fate point to reroll.
Alright, he did better that time.
Please, please.
Yeah, I rolled it and it said it's me, but that was off of Grismo's sheet because he has a 44, so he did it off fine.
My reroll succeeded.
You both avoid being set on fire. There's this like wall of fire. It envelops it. And, well, that didn't take an aim, so it can still move. But it is not fast. So you will still just clip it. And it's just like flames down and stuff like slowly trundling to the side like a crab. But they are not quick. He's going to stay there. He's going to... actually, seeing you have a plug pistol and that hurt. Yeah, he's going to charge. You can just barely make. He's got a charge range of 8 meters. Just halved from missing a leg. It's like... Kind of comes in, it's like kind of walking weirdly on its 3 remaining legs. Just...
Does it have any detriments to aiming with not having a leg to stand on?
It gets a penalty to its movement.
Okay.
His agility stuff is easy to knock it over and all that. But yeah, kind of like jerks and jumps weirdly to get over to you. And then we'll do a swing. So plus 20 for charging, so it's got a target of 50. Hey, 42, he hits.
I'm gonna try and dodge.
And 24, which is, I think, one of the arms. Yep, 24 is the left arm. You
Roll
can try and
roll damage, I guess. Like, see if it actually hurts me, or like, do I need to dodge, or do I need to roll like before or after the damage?
Oh, you can do after the damage.
Okay, I'll wait for after the damage then.
That's a 10, so I think you'll want to dodge this.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's the advantage of tearing.
I
Nice.
succeed in dodging.
You rolled it. Oh, you rolled it twice, but it doesn't matter.
No, I rolled it
No,
once.
the first one
That
was
was
for
the
the
first- that was the
avoiding
first
fire.
one for
That was his ability,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah, so it comes like leaning forward, swinging with that, and you like just barely manage to get your body out of the way. Kind of scrapes across the edge of your coat, like tearing off like the arm of your coat, so that you manage to not get your arm cut in half. It's Gizmo. He is not on fire, and he is still conscious because of how this game works.
So we can still do it.
Yeah, he's just like out of like luck and all that kind of stuff. So any hits he takes are serious.
Alright. Is it possible for him to like get in like a lower part of the forklift and into more cover?
Yeah, he could just duck down and hide in the thing.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna just like
Also
set the bolt gun down in an accessible position for Gizmek and hide.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just like
well,
sets it down. He's like sets it down underneath the brake because he knows you're not going to be using that. Then goes and ducks down. You'll go.
And Gizmek guns it.
You gun it going all the way up to a light jog speed.
It looks a lot faster than it actually is because roll 20.
Yeah, so roll an attack. I say this would count as like a charge, so attack use with a plus 20.
Alright. So. Use 20. Come on, give it to me.
No, actually, no. I think since this is just you ramming into him, I'd say this would be more he makes an agility to dodge it.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, to try and dodge it, 'cause I think that makes more sense than you rolling to hit with a car.
Yep. I don't think that it's that hard to see somebody with a car.
That's actually pretty close. He rolled a 32. He only failed by 1 degree.
Ooh.
It's 20.
Wow.
Right, so do I roll, like, damage? Can I roll full damage for a charging fucking trick?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, roll your power lifter damage. 2d10 plus 10 rending into the chest.
17.
17 with 2 pen. That is 19, so that's 5 damage. As I think since it failed it, it's more like this.
I'm through!
It's just kind of like speared onto one of the things, and it's kind of like waving as it's being carried off.
So would you say he's technically pinned?
Kind of. It's like he'll be able to get off it on his turn. But yeah, for now he can't move too well, but they don't move too well anyway. They have 20 agility. Right.
Babe, hold on, choo-choo!
I can imagine Gizmek saying the noises, not realizing that there's an actual horn on it that he could be hitting. Babe.
Alright. So, reasonably, if I were to use the leadless stair, who would actually be affected by it?
I think it has a range.
It has 15 meters.
Yeah.
You can basically see anyone with it.
Yeah, let me find
whether...
it. It would be in the
Also,
wording.
Are the bloody protectron, I forgot what they're called now, of course, servitors, considered unliving?
They're machines, they're not unliving. That means like telepathically like altering them, but they're not
Unliving targets, untouchables, and demons or other entities of the warp don't get affected by the
They're
leadless
not
stair.
considered untouchable.
Yeah, you would know. You can fuck them up.
Yep. So if I get out of the box and do like half a movement, it will be till here. Can I just affect everyone? Basically.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the stair in the book to check the wording of it.
It's
I mean,
its
if it's
page
a
is
cone,
180.
if it's a cone, you would want to probably just like dash out this way, from
also
it and try
people-
and get these guys.
It's a
Well,
full
yeah, I
action.
can.
Well, the leadless stair is a full action the navigator makes an opposed willpower test to anybody looking into his warp eye. So it's an opposed test.
Yeah.
Compare it to the results of each of the
It's also a full action, so you can't move if you want to do it.
Yeah, so I would say it would be like a cone effect. So you do to kind of pick the direction that you're looking. And then
Also, while I get out of the box, I'm basically just going to
it's a
give
full
a
action.
point.
It's a full action. What you can do is like pop
Right.
up and like around. Like the
So
whack-a-mole.
probably. So I'm going to guess that. Sorry, I'm on the other thing. This gentleman here, will he see me or not?
Yeah, he can see you.
All right.
He's kind of popped up aiming in that direction
So-
as you just shot that way.
Right before I start this, I give Holtz a pointer, basically trying to warn him the best I can that I'm about to use this.
Single
He's
bear.
behind.
Give him
Yep,
Yeah,
a
he's
so he
not-
gets a.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets a plus 30 to resist it.
Well, he's not looking. It's like you're facing away from him. If you're looking at markers.
You're hitting like
Is
a
the
cone.
Yeah, they have to actually into the eye, so Holtz is behind you, so unless you turn, he's fine.
Alright, so I would hit...
Like whip the thing off and stare. You can just kind of keep the thing going, so you can like swing your eyes around.
Can I hit him and the servitor next to the box?
Yeah.
Or no?
It's a full action. So you
Yeah, I'll
can't
just
move.
hit him then.
Okay, so that is an opposed willpower test.
I just roll pure willpower then.
Yep, as does he. And he does not have good willpower. He has a willpower of 16.
wow.
Their fate that you can.
You are a 79.
Oh!
You win. You win the willpower
Yeah,
test.
I still win, but I gain 2 fatigue.
Yeah, he fails by 6 degrees.
Oh boy, I still gain 2 fatigue, so let me add that first. Because if I fail by 1 degree or more, I gain 2 fatigue instead of 1. And now I have to roll 1d10 plus my willpower extra. Or
Yep, bonus.
yeah, which is 5,
Which is the
because I have
advantage.
51.
Jesus. Yeah,
And
you
also
don't-
he's stunned.
Yeah. It is not reduced by armor or toughness. God, you
Yes.
could fuck up Gizmek with this.
I know.
No, you can't because we've established that I'm immune to
Yeah.
that effect.
You're at least more powerful. Like, you're more
Theoretically,
resistant.
if I weren't a fucking orc and didn't give a shit about warp stuff, yes, you could.
But you aren't actually immune, you resist.
You
Yeah.
just resist it, and let's say that my normal eye doesn't affect you when I don't do anything.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
sort of did
it's
that
only-
in roleplay earlier for flavoring, but if you were to actually do it, I would have to make a check and
Yeah.
but
Like,
I would have
passively
resistance.
looking to the eye, you're fine. It's like your brain itches a bit. But other than that, you're fine. It's when he actually focuses and like stares at you that it hurts.
He takes 9 damage.
That is 9 damage. So that will be 3 critical damage. Oh, what is that like? What is critical damage like from a navigator stare?
Who knows?
It just starts burning.
Oh no! They're showing me cringe!
Oh no, furries!
No,
God.
Yeah, fuck you. I mean, fair, but fuck you.
Fair, but fuck you.
We are going to have to fucking flavor this when I deal critical damage, depending on what.
Oh, you are
sort of
doing
spell it is.
he had 6 wounds.
Is it energy damage? Sure.
That would be 3 critical damage.
To the cranium.
Is he dead or alive?
He's still alive.
But you will wish that he was dead, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, energy to the head. He's blinded for 1 round. Makes sense.
He's also stunned.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's just kind of yelling stuff at you, like shooting his neck or what can go, and he kind of looks back and it's like goes to limp, and his eyes like kind of glaze over. There's like blood, like 30 runs.
Oh, God.
And the funny thing, if you could just actually no, you actually can't affect that him with it next turn because he's blind.
Yep.
He's like,
Oh,
fuck.
Servitor. Yeah, now that that's gone, he's gonna.
He's getting in the box.
Give you a smack.
He's getting in a box with me.
I like pull off the thing and stare at him. You hear like from behind and turn to see the servitor like bringing its axe hand down at you.
Oh, God.
93, that misses.
Amazing.
Make a willpower, opposed willpower, because he's now looking at this eye.
I mean, technically, it's only in his turn that it happens. It'd be a bit overpowered if you just
Yeah.
do it.
There is a reason it gives you fatigue.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thing if he has to focus to do that, and it takes a lot out of somebody to just stare like that. So you're gonna do it from it and stop. Holtz, you are now in melee.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna drop my plasma pistol to the ground and pull out my power sword. And Zach, this now that this has come up, is this like the power sword that's in the book that gives me plus 15 to parries, or is it like a baseline power sword? Like I just want to make sure.
Should be the same power sword.
Okay, so I get a plus 15 to this.
Power weapons have a fun thing that if you parry, there's a test that you just break their weapon.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull out the power sword and I'm going to make an attack with it. And I don't think I don't think balance affects attacks, but
yeah, it's like to trip him in that he would get penalties.
So yeah. Any bonuses because he's missing a leg or anything?
No, that'd be like if you tried to trip him or anything, you'd get a penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's put up 3 others.
All right.
It's like a normal person would probably be like trying to run away or surrender after they lost the leg. This is just a servitor that doesn't care.
Miss. But that's okay. I just wanted to have a power sword so I can try and parry.
Yeah, you swing in the power sword and it kind of leans backwards. Okay. And Marcus is blind and stunned. So he's just like, Just drooling. Just drooling.
Tries to keep this thing like stuck on this fucking spike of the forklift.
Yeah, Malachi?
He's gonna screech. He's gonna scream.
Servitor's having like the worst day.
I am. Come on, I gotta hit. I have to hit. I hit. Oh.
Good shit.
Okay. All right. That's gonna be. I don't think that passes its toughness, but it's still got to roll toughness to see if it is stunned.
Yep.
That is a 33. It is not stunned.
Damn.
Damn it! All right.
6 damage. Yeah, he has 8 soak. Yeah,
Damn
so you scream out it and you almost like push it off of the thing. Like it slides backwards a couple inches. Leaving this smear of blood and oil across it.
I got a better idea, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move 1, 2. There. Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, atheist. It's gonna turn kind of like it's like arms gonna like and they shoot another blast of fire into Gizmek.
Agility, man, agility.
Yeah. I'll say Gizmek will have a plus 30 from his taking cover.
Gizmek, do you want a plus 10?
Considering my agility is shit all, actually, considering how little damage this does, it might not even matter, so... Can he posthumously do that?
No, I think I have to give it. I think I have to give it before you make the attack. I mean, before you make the roll, but like you can wait to see how much damage it does, I guess.
Well, you agility before it does damage. With flamers.
I don't give a shit about Gizmek. Oh, I pass anyway. All right. So that was Gizmek, who barely passes his agility to dodge, and you said plus 30 for Gizmo, who's going to fail.
You're right.
I fucking hate this.
I
was going to say, all right, I want to guarantee that he gets it. Maybe you should give it to Gizmo, but it wouldn't have even mattered because he rolled a fucking 90.
Well, you did roll minimum damage. That's 5.
Gizmo
So he
has
takes
no fucking armor.
So that's 6 critical damage. Set reading to the ground, smoke spiraling out of the wound. He's knocked to the ground, stunned for D10 rounds. Takes D5 level of fatigue. And he must make an agility test or catch fire. Which he used to do already. Yeah, so Gizmo is out of the fight. But he needs to make 2 agility tests or he's on fire.
Are they still at 30 modifier or are these base?
Yeah, I'd say they still have the bonus because he's still like in cover.
God damn it!
He's on fire.
Oh my God.
He's only gone fire once, thankfully.
Not on double fire.
Yeah,
Gizmo is not having a good time for his first thing. He's just like, hey, come along with me! Alright! Ah!
He's like riding on the thing and it just got set on fire.
Pretty sure that's the general life anyway.
Yeah, that's like the life of a grot.
Yeah. Pain.
He's a Gretchen.
Right,
Oh yeah, at least remember his role, git!
Right,
Dash Race is calling him a grot!
at the beginning of each round, let's make... At the beginning of each round, Batteries places after the flames make a digest or catch fire. Suffers D10 damage, no reduction from armor, and takes 1 level of fatigue each round until the fire is extinguished. Or damage fire is treated as energy damage. And it's to the chest. Let's make a willpower test attack normally, he's unconscious anyway. If it fails, he may run around and scream, which counts as a full action. Yeah, and it's minus 20 agility to put him out, or he's just going to keep taking D10 damage each round.
Is it possible for us to just say that since it was like an 0.1, like 1 point degree of success failure, that he's just like barely caught on fire, and if Gizmek uses like a half action to turn around and pat out whatever it is, he can turn it off. Use it like half of his turn to do that.
Yeah, sure. I don't want to kill your little grot, so sure.
Gretchen!
Then it's going to try and see if it can get itself off of the spike. That is a 99. That's a 99. No.
Hey, at least I'm not the only one having a bad day.
Walks into the spike
Tries
door.
to get himself off of the spike, accidentally slides further in.
It says like one arm is like kind of ends at the wrist, and the hand is like flopped down and open, and the other arm is just an axe, just kind of trying to hook it around and pull itself off, but it can't get the angle to actually do it. He's staying hidden. So one is going to try and stab. Or chop.
Abe.
93. Nope.
Oh
Don't
my
even need to
god.
parry.
Yep.
Out. He's out.
Well, Gizmek's on fire, and Gizmek hasn't been able to put him out yet. You guys do go at the same time. So I'll say you can use your half action to put him out.
Yeah, I'll like tap him out real quick. And my other action is basically, this guy's still on the spike.
Just keep driving up the screen.
I'm just gonna, like, at this point, we're gonna just try and lift up the spike. Sorry, the forklift. So we're lifting it up and, like...
Yeah, you're not going to hit the ceiling. The ceiling's like 200 foot.
Oh,
or
no,
something.
no, I'm not thinking that. I'm lifting him up in the air, and we're going to, like, turn him around. So we're, like, turning the face this way.
So
Lifting
you'd
him
be
up
like...
further.
The turn would be like that. So you extend this down a bit.
Literally have to make the map bigger to accommodate my bullshit.
Okay, it's like, yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
You're like there.
It's like on the spike right here. This is the dumbest combat I've been in a while.
This is amazing.
Combat forklift.
Your dumb forklift shenanigans.
I am modifying the shit out of this forklift. It is going to be my
Oh god.
I am orking
It's
the
gonna
shit
be
out of this forklift.
Right, Sator?
How does it work if I try to leave from melee?
Not sure.
I think he does get an attack on you.
Yeah, I
It's a
thought
free
so.
action attack.
The only
Yeah.
reason I know that is because of mechanicals.
Yeah, he gets a reactionary attack to try and smack you if you move out. You could just stare at him. You could just turn and stare at him if you wanted. These guys do not tend to have good willpower.
Wait, how
you
far
want-
am I from
Actually,
it?
no, actually, no,
You
Sevens
just-
actually have
You're in a
decent
box. You could just
quality.
look at him and only him alone. And plus the other
Yeah, I know.
motherfucker's technically
He is
blindfolded,
blind.
so...
Technically. And
Yeah,
he's
also, if you want to do it, I'll give you a +10. In fact, I'll give you a +10 anyways because you're the only person left.
I don't think that I really need it. But sure. You're 16 meters away, so that shouldn't matter.
Yay.
If we want to make this combat even more dumber, I can leave the box and close it on him.
Seal him in the fucking box.
He has an axe for hand. It's likely he'd be able to get back out.
Probably. Fine, I'll just do the eye.
I know that's not
Uh-huh.
going to happen, but I really sort of wish that you were able to get out of the box, seal him in, and then Gizmek was able to turn around this forklift and ram his friend into the box.
Oh god.
Smash.
I rolled a 75. It fails.
Oh god, let me roll my willpower.
You have a +10.
Damn.
Nice.
Doesn't
Holy
even
shit,
matter.
man.
So that is
Yeah.
what would that be? Would that be
I didn't
4.4
think so.
degrees of success?
Yeah.
Another fatigue point. So I can risk it like once more.
Oh, so
Oh,
that's
no,
how
then
we're
you
doing
can-
fatigue. I got it.
Yeah, it only gives him fatigue. It only gives you fatigue if you fail the test.
It gives you one fatigue
The way
if you
we're doing the
don't
blue
fail
is
it.
that it's like 0 out of 9 is you have 0 out of 9 fatigue. You haven't gained any fatigue yet, right?
Yep.
I was thinking of it.
No, he did when he got smashed through. So
Well,
No,
he
I
did,
mean like
yes,
the,
but,
the way that
yeah.
we're looking at the gauges on the characters and whatnot. Because I said
Oh,
Gizmek to 9 out of 9 because I was looking at the way opposite way around. Like
Yeah.
right, I'm full on
Yeah.
fatigue. I haven't been fatigued at all, so I have 9 out of 9. No, opposite way around.
Yeah, it's not
Uh,
0.
1d10 plus 5.
Yeah,
9.
ignoring armor and toughness, right?
Yep.
So that's just a flat 9 damage to it. Owie. And they get.
Ouchie.
Does it get a test or is it just stunned?
It's just stunned. If it
Okay.
gets hit, it's just stunned. That's what it says.
Alright.
Any crit damage?
Yeah, it's this thing that swings the axe at you, like duck down, turn to it, and it's like just stops in midair. The axe kind of going for your neck and just stops.
Uh,
Done.
I take a swing at the boy to try and take it out, but I only have
Try and-
31 weapon power.
Not
So
be getting killed anymore.
yeah,
You have better weapon skill than the servitor. They have 30. You're very slightly better at combat than the combat servitor.
well I suck regardless. So
Get whip off. Alright. So Marcus has actually removed those at the end of Sator's turn. So he's now recovered from his stun. And seeing this, one of them is pinned. One is now stunned by an astropath. Another one is fighting there.
Full power?
none of them are up yet, or none of them are down yet.
Yeah, but they're all in the process. So he is going to buy. He's kind of, you see him kind of look around for a second, put his gun back in the holster and start running up the stairs.
How much movement does he have? God damn.
Hey, holstering his
that's all
weapon. Holstering his weapon is a half action.
He's fine, and he's carrying it. It doesn't matter. He just runs. He's like, run. Technically, he could go further with a sprint, but don't wanna.
One last chance to stun him in place.
Malika. Yeah, she's like, yeah, I know.
by the power of the warp invested in me. I need to look up pushing psychic powers for a moment because I don't want to let this guy go.
Pull him off of the fucking staircase somehow.
Okay. So basically, it is how it works is you go ahead and you make a check against the psychic phenomenon table with a +5 per +1 rating of which desired. So I can go ahead and choose to get up to +1 to +3 or 4. So
If you need to make a check, I'll give you a +10.
fuck yeah. All right.
Just a minute.
All right, another break.
Abby?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Alright, how many has that been?
I mean,
so
you
far?
could.
5. Baby intrusion.
Can't you just like leave it in the garage or some shit?
No, I can't just leave the baby in the garage. We don't have a garage.
Oh, that's why. You just don't have
Yeah,
it.
that's I don't have
The
one.
neighbor's shed.
Right. What are you doing?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to yell at. He's just in I have to go ahead and push my psychic powers to 2, or 2 extra of what I have, and what I'm gonna go. I mean, I could half move, but basically what I want to go ahead and do is I want to yell a command at him to compel him, and just say, "Get back here!" or like, or fucking jump off the stairs, just like, "Jump, pussy!" And
Do a flip!
all right, it's going to be a compel. Is going to be since I'm not sure if this is considered suicidal, Zach, but he would get a +20 from.
Far enough drop to completely suicidal, but definitely against him.
Yeah,
But it'd be running back towards a fight, and he's got shitty enough willpower anyway that I don't think it will really matter.
well, what if I told him to jump off the stairs? Jump off!
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so you just wanted to stop that one, but for jumping off, I think that would give him the +20.
That's fine with me. I already got.
Like, just jumping off of that height wouldn't be, but he's jumping back off of that into a fight. But he has shitty enough willpower that I doubt is going to matter.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
61.
61. Okay, I gotta go ahead.
You have +10 if you need to make the check too.
Yep, and I have a +10 for my psychic phenomenon, or +10 for my.
So he fails by 2 degrees.
All right,
Wins by
and
2 degrees.
however, for pushing, I automatically trigger a psychic phenomenon. So
Nice.
that's a perils. All right, fuck.
What does that do?
XP rolls on the worst table.
Yeah, on the fun
Malachi-
table.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I think if you
65.
get explode.
Dark summoning.
Did you summon a
no.
fucking demon on us?
A warp predator rips it into existence within 3d10 meters of the psyker for 1d10 rounds until slain. It detests the psyker and trains its attacks on the fool who unwillingly studied it. Okay.
This is
Well, Malachi may be dead
16
already.
meters.
I have something to help you at least with that.
For it.
Warp predator. So I'm not sure if there's an actual warp predator or if that's an actual creature.
Yeah. Or Predator Ebengeist. Which,
Oh,
God.
let me get a screenshot so you guys can see what this thing is. And see what happens from the thing. Is it on his turn he does the thing?
What?
How does your power actually work? Because it does still affect him.
On his turn, he goes ahead, and that's the action that replaces the action he was going to do.
So he just
Jump
jumps off the stairs.
Yeah, pretty much. I hope he takes damage.
Oh god. So you should probably tell us in our minds about that he's just going to jump off.
Don't. Oh, I think I should tell you about the fucking warp predator I saw.
Wait. Extend the map a little bit more, and let's hope that somehow this roll makes it so that the warp predator lands right in front of the fucking forklift.
I hope that the roll makes it so that it gets closer to me.
It's 16 meters, so...
It could land
One,
fucking anywhere
three.
within this area,
Oh,
basically.
Zach, can I roll a d10 to see where it ends up? Like, on the d10?
Roll a d6. Yeah, roll a
Okay.
d6 for the
Direction.
duration. Because we use X's.
2.
So,
2, so
1, 2.
it is about...
Okay. I'm just expanding the
Extend
map.
it even more.
Goddamn.
We're just extending your map to shit.
Yeah.
It's good.
It starts 16 meters away.
Yeah.
Well,
And
at least
then
you
I
have
gotta
some
roll
distance
first.
on it.
And it's... Oh, okay, it's only there for 3 rounds.
Who is the
That's
demon
good.
going to murder? He's going to murder you, right?
Yeah, he hates the psyker. Oh, no!
Jump on the forklift, we'll go!
We gotta go!
Oh god.
Just jumps on, just like latches onto the tail
Does
end.
Malachi's ability look like? So, like,
This is
what
why
if
This is why I have held in my gaze.
So, from Malachi, he goes ahead and it's fairly funny to see, but Because of how it works is that compel is based off of how far they can hear. So putting the second energy, it means that the captain was able to hear from all the way up here, and he just heard, "Jump, you fool! Jump up the railing!" And with that, it like his eyes like go sort of. He'll just say, "Yeah, no, that's a good idea," and just jump. Oh, and also I do have a half. I do have a half action.
Like, good idea. And turn gets to jump off.
Jump
You
on
have
the
a half
forklift.
action.
I have a
And
half
as that happens, you and then as that happens, you guys will hear like a rip in like the air, and turn to look as this thing kind of
Just the
steps out of this like portal in this like swirl of colors.
This guy just turns and is like, holy shit, I hit in the wrong spot. Just as like the sound of the warp unzipping its trousers.
Oh no!
And everybody in this aura just feels like the air just seems to darken, and everything just gets darker, and you can hear these like whispers kind of echoing around your head like ASMR.
Oh no!
Oh
And you're
god!
going out as this thing steps out and it starts looks around and then locks eyes with Malachi.
Oh,
Top of the morning to you, laddies!
Okay, it's just like, oh fuck, it's him, and he's with his half action. Would it be all right if he grabbed onto the back of this? He just like fuck.
Hitch to ride.
It is still moving, but it's not going fast. So make an agility with a plus 20.
oh god, how much movement does the demon even have?
Oh god,
A lot. It's a demon.
it's a demon. No, no.
You have
I do.
You don't catch it in time.
You barely failed it, so I'll say you managed to grab it, but you'll take a level of fatigue from kind of being bumped around a bit.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just being dragged on the floor, just like ah.
So I think this thing
I
has
just like the idea of
demonic-
Malachi going, like, hitting a bump every, like, few seconds.
Oh,
just
this
going,
thing has
ow,
fear.
Ow.
This
Ow.
thing has fear.
Ah.
I need to check because I think fear happens when you see it.
I am pretty sure either immunity or resistance to that kind of shit as an orc.
I
You
have
have
a-
resistance.
I do.
I should have gotten resistance to fear.
So,
Actually, I
Well,
like
what's
that.
So fear.
Flyer 12. I can fly. Unnatural agility times 2.
oh god.
Unnatural speed times 2.
oh god.
Oh god.
That's don't be fun.
I think
What the-
fear applies when you see it.
What?
I'll
was
do it.
demonic?
When a character
Also-
encounters a creature with this trait, they must succeed a willpower test modified by the severity. So when you see it. So
That's
say-
95.
Yes, it's a willpower with a minus 10 to everybody.
Well, I'm not looking at it yet.
I'm still in the
Yeah,
box,
yeah,
but I
fair.
should actually heard it.
Yeah, fair.
I'm-
yeah, it's like
I'm a
Malachi
fucking
because
green
he's-
screen, dead focused on driving straight
Yeah.
forward with this guy.
Oh,
Choo
Yes, I was going to say, see, Malachi would notice it immediately because he summoned it, and I'd say Sator would notice it as well because you would feel like the tearing in the wall.
and the old
But
man
Holtz
would
and
just have
Gizmek
spawned
don't get-
right fucking behind
But
him.
Holtz and Gizmek are a bit preoccupied with what they're currently doing. So I'd say Holtz doesn't need to make it, but Sator
Okay.
does.
Okay, I'll take that.
I have to, right?
Minus 10 willpower, mate.
Oh, minus 10.
Willpower minus 10. Oof.
Shit.
What does fear do?
As such as then you need to roll on the shock table with a plus 10 for every degree of failure.
So plus 4. Or plus
So-
40.
294.
So it's a
But it-
D100
it-
plus 40.
Yeah, D100 plus 20 for Malachi and plus 40 for Sator.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Good thing it can't kill you unless you roll 170.
That's not bad.
I-
32.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna reroll my willpower instead.
Alright.
What the
Oh,
32 get, Zach?
I need to also roll the 1d10. I got
Damn
an 8.
it, so close.
Oh yeah, I had to re-roll mine too. Give me a sec.
I'm just gonna reroll my willpower.
Alright, so the 32. Fear grips the character and he begins to shake and tremble.
Minus 10.
That's a minus 10 on all tests for the rest of the encounter,
I
and that's you
succeeded.
can.
No.
Okay.
So minus 10 to everything until he snaps out of it.
Oh boy. I use
Fuck
my
that.
fate point to resist it.
Yeah, so at the beginning of your turn, you can make a willpower test to snap out of it.
Alright. Thank you.
No action cost, you just make the test.
Wait, oh, right now? Oh.
Let me. No, at the start of each round, you roll to see if you can get over it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, none of those ones would apply immediately. This is the downside of all the traits, is now I need to see what they all do.
Oh god.
It's actually probably at a decent enough point that we could finish here.
Oh, come on. We gotta finish this combat, man.
I would like to finish this combat. But
Yeah, we can finish it up.
Oh,
So the
God.
servitor is still pinned to the thing. It's been told to kill, so it's just going to keep trying that. It's just going to flame again. I think at this point you'll see that Gizmo is far enough back that it won't hit him.
What about me?
You do have a lot of the thing blocking you, but you are still within the thing, so I'd say you make it with a plus 20.
Okay.
I fail, but how much damage does it do? Does it even fucking matter?
Hey, pass.
So you need to roll again to not set on fire. Is like the main thing with flamers.
Nope. Alright, I am on fire. I am fire.
He has been set on fire. He's an orc set on fire.
Flaming or
Three,
driving this fucking forklift through. a
Does he
fucking
get
combat.
more speed?
Yeah,
He's
7
technically-
damage of 2.
2 pen? So I would only take a
Yeah.
10, right?
9 you. Yeah, but then you'll be taking
I have
each round.
15/5 is what I have written down on it. I think one was a soak.
Yeah, you got the flame, the basic flame. You get everything to it. But now that you're on fire, you're gonna take damage until you put it out, which does ignore armor.
Alright.
So then it's gonna try and get itself off the spike.
It would make sense that it would be able to ignore orc armor because that's the main way that you deal with orcs.
Yeah, burn them. Also, it's you being on fire. Armor doesn't help stop heat.
There's a reason it's
Some
called a
cases
holy flamer.
Alright, so the servitor with Holtz. There's a demon. These guys are machines. They're not affected by fear. 60. Nope.
Can I try and
It's fine. You got a 16.
can I try and parry that anyways, or does it have to hit me?
Yes. Yeah, you can only parry if it hits.
Okay.
This guy seeing a demon is gonna run the fuck over here. There's a lot more scared of that right now.
I pray to the god emperor.
Alright. Then its turn.
Oh god.
It's got a charge of 24.
Oh god.
Fucking charge.
Hello.
Oh god, you might be dead.
How the fuck did it charge 24?
It has unnatural agility and an
Charge is the
unnatural
third
speed.
God. Alright.
Yeah, it goes half move, full move, charge, run. How the movement stuff is. Jesus Christ. But you can't even blame me, you did this to yourself.
You did this to yourself.
Literally, you
Dice
summoned
rolls
this thing.
did
I
this
have no
to
shot.
you.
Just roll the weapon skill roller.
Running at you. Actually has pretty shitty weapon skill. It's got 36. It's got, yeah. Charge for plus 20, so target of 56. 43, that hits. Do you want to try and
Okay.
dodge?
I can't. I don't have the skill.
Do it again.
You can
can't
do it on
Skill to
train.
dodge. It's a basic
No.
skill. You're not going to succeed it, but you can try it.
Yeah, roll damage.
That was a 64, so that's the torso, I think.
Okay.
9, so that is 12 damage. Oh, tearing. 12 damage. 12 damage to the chest.
Okay. Okay, I have 9
No
soak.
10. So
Okay.
I need
Oh.
to check.
It's a warp weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to check what tearing and warp weapon do.
Oh boy.
I
Toxic
know
and
what
warp.
toxic and warp weapon. I know what tearing does. Warp weapon.
Hey, seems like you
368.
just get in for a rough time. Maybe you should just
Yeah.
like launch him into a wall with your mind.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, attacks mages trait ignore physical armor, unless it is a force field or made of holy stuff. So
Never
ignore
mind.
your armor. You still get your soak though. So it's 12 damage, ignoring.
So that would be fucking. Yeah, there we go. Ow. That fucking hurts.
Yep.
And then it is toxic, so you must make a toughness test.
Alright. And.
Damn it.
What's failure?
Oh boy.
Alright. Okay, you're indicating the victim has been poisoned. Take of poison deals D10 damage, ignoring armor.
I'm just gonna.
Very-
There you go. Alright, and I'm down. Alright, so next.
Oh, how much damage over does that take you? Because it's
Fucking
critical damage.
two, yeah.
It really doesn't have a damage type.
Oh boy.
So I'll say for the sake of now, I'll say it'll just take you to 0. So you're now taking critical damage from hits.
Okay.
Oh
This
boy.
thing is around for 2 more rounds.
Oh
Gizmek.
boy.
Alright, so he's lifted this thing up.
Yep.
But what he's going to
It's
do
still just
is he's going to be like, "Oi! Get away!" And he's going to basically be attempting to whip this motherfucker around as best he can into this boy.
you need a you've noticed the ebony dice by now, so you need to make a fear.
Which is, which one again? Willpower?
Yeah, there's a willpower. I believe you have something that resists you for it.
I actually think I lost it because it was related to like one of the death planets or something or other. I think realistically I should have it, but I don't have it.
got mob. Yeah, there's mob rule, which only applies when there's multiple or.
I
True
don't have
grit
the
is
thing
for
that-
pinning.
Trigger is for
Yeah,
pinning,
so it's
iron
just a
jaws
will-
for willpower.
Yeah, so it's a willpower with a minus 20.
Well, I failed it either way.
Because demonic presence affects you. Okay, so now we need to find the fear table again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming it doesn't prevent me, I'm still going to try and whip around into it.
So yeah, it's a D100 plus 40.
I'm
I
not
think.
being plus 50 because you also got a minus 10 from it being scary. From it being from its aura. The 25. Yep, D100 plus 50.
Alright. Want me to roll that, or you?
Yep, you roll it.
Oh.
56. The character cannot willingly approach the object of his fear, but otherwise acts with a minus 10. And you gain 1 insanity. Yeah, so you gain insanity.
Is this considered...
And
wait,
you
what?
can't get closer to it.
Well, I can't
As
get closer.
Gizmek sees that thing.
I can't get closer to it, but whipping it around while I'm still in place doesn't count as getting closer.
Yeah, given that you're an orc, I'll let that pass. I'll let that go that you can just spin around to smack it. Yeah, roll me a tech use to see how well you can spin it around.
Alright, come on, dice. We
And
need to
that is
save
with
our...
and that's a plus 10 for the maneuverability, but a minus 10 because you're afraid. So it's just a flat roll.
I don't know how much this will do, and if you have any more left, but do you want to give me a plus 10?
I can't. I can only do 1 per round.
Oh boy.
And I don't have a fade.
Yeah, so you start trying to spin it, but these things aren't made to turn that fast. So you get it there. It's just
But
thankfully
he's
yank
still
Malachi
attached to him. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
now a
just
cover of
thankfully-
boxes, at least.
around. It's Malachi's now like holding onto this thing that's kind of stuck up out of the top, and it's like over these boxes.
Oh yeah, and what do I have to
It's
do
like-
for being on fire?
That is. Oh, you shouldn't. You would have needed to make a willpower check to act normally first. So roll a willpower. No.
Damn.
I mean, we
Yeah.
missed that first, so I'll say that you're able to act normally.
Barely.
So then, 2 damage, which you soak. Because they're on fire, not really caring. Sator,
Yep.
dare be the
If I get out of the box, will I still get attacked by the
yes.
protect?
But he's stunned.
Yeah, these things are machines, so they're immune to fear.
Yep. Is
He's
he
stunned,
still
though.
technically stunned or no?
Yeah, he's stunned, so you can just walk away.
Yep. Because I want to. Can I use held in my gaze if I walk forward?
No, it's a full action.
Damn. I'm only
But-
16 meters away too.
Just out of range.
And I need 15 to
Oh,
reach
you would
him.
held by the gaze wouldn't do anything to a demon. It's in the warp. Looking into a window won't affect it.
Held in my
is on
gaze.
the warp, yeah.
Held in my
It's a
gaze
walk.
makes it so that it cannot invoke demon presence. And demons affected by this power suffer 1 point of additional damage for warp instability.
Oh, it does extra to them. Yes.
It's held in my gaze, not the lidless there.
Oh, the other power. Okay.
It's right next to it to the left.
So yeah,
Just for the
if that's
flavor
a
of the
full action.
situation, let him like lean over the box and do it.
Yeah.
Well, is that power also a full action? What did it say?
If he were able to like lean over here, then he'd be able to do it barely.
Yeah.
Is held in my gauge still a full action as well, or is it a half action?
I have no clue.
It should say in the power.
Let's see. I did it. Oh my god.
Your target.
It actually
I
doesn't
mean,
mention
it's
whether it's a full or half action or anything so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say it'd be a half action then.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem.
Yeah,
The
so you can
lidless
move.
there is a bit more powerful, and it doesn't seem as powerful unless I get it maxed out.
It's more about like keeping them in place.
Yeah.
How much can I move? 3 meters?
It's your half action move. Should be in here. Yeah, 3 meters.
So can I get all the way here?
Yep. You like climb out of the box, start walking forward a bit.
Yep, and I have to roll opposing willpower.
Sator be like, here, let me fucking save your ass.
Nice.
It rolled a 56, so it
I
failed.
rolled a 1.
Yep, it failed.
Amazing.
It is
Yeah.
locked to the ravine, so as long as Namek does not use any other powers. It must beat you to do anything. To use a psychic power or invoke demonic presence trait.
Yep.
Demons affected by this suffer 1 point of damage, so he takes the damage. Yeah, so it's unfortunately that basically just stops him from
Yeah.
giving people -10 willpower. That's all that really does to it.
Yeah, it's
And
whatever.
does 1 damage a turn. But that'll help people with fear stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it is-
they just starts like walking towards him, kind of staring at him, and think like looks annoyed.
Yeah.
As like that like chilling dark presence around him just kind of vanishes.
So it is stuck right now?
And
No, it totally doesn't
It just can't do its -10 willpower thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
It takes more damage.
It takes 1 damage.
If I max this ability out, I'm pretty sure that it instantly dies when it gets hit.
Yeah, if you get it to master level, you just kill demons.
And DPS
man.
don't need any
Right.
damage from warp instability are immediately destroyed and cast back into the warp. That's pretty fucking...
Yeah,
That's
so if you get it to full power, you can just instantly kill demons by looking at them. Alright, Holtz. Yeah, I don't think you would have really noticed it yet.
Yeah,
you're
I'm kind of like fighting for my life against a robot with a chain axe. So
Yeah, you're a bit busy. I don't think you would have noticed the thing yet.
so I will take another swing at the boy, try and take him down. Tempted to do an all-out attack, but I'm not. But nah, not yet. So close. I just needed one good roll.
Hey.
I just hit.
No. Don't have the dodge at a target of 5. That is 15 damage with 5 pen. So that's 6. That is 7 crit damage.
Where did he hit?
3. So you hit.
And then the 20.
So that is the left arm, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. That is what kind of damage is it? Rending?
Energy.
Energy to the arm. It took 6, so 7. With a terrible snapping sound, the heat of the attack boils the marrow in the target's arm, causing it to shatter. The target's arm is broken. Until it is repaired, the target counts as only having 1 arm. But hey, lucky for you, their weapons are in their left hand. So you break his chain axe.
Amazing.
You have disarmed him.
Also, I'm pretty sure that this guy was still...
For 1 round, it also takes D5 fatigue. Roll a D5, you could knock him out. No.
Nope.
He does not have an arm.
Never luckily.
1d5 or 65?
1d5.
For some reason I heard 65. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's not fine.
Yeah,
Is that allowed?
You effectively parry this. Is what happened. So you get a swung towards you, just lopped the arm off at the elbow. And it now no longer has a chain axe.
Oh boy.
Marcus is gonna
Also...
quite happily turn. Boom.
Roll damage. He did jump off of a stair set.
As he turns, does he see the demon?
That kind of thing. He's in the process of like being controlled, so he just turns and walks off.
That's
After he lands, he'll notice it. His ability to reduce the damage fails. So damage is if it's like 5 meters or more, it's D10 plus 1 for every meter beyond. I'd say this would be like 7 meters, so it'd be like D10 plus 2. Actually, no, Malachi, do you want to roll it?
Oh yeah, sure.
D10 plus 2 damage to the leg.
11.
Oh my god, he's...
Ow!
He does not have much soak, and it ignores armor. 11 damage. He has 3 soak.
And he already has critical on him.
And he's already
Yeah.
That is
just shatters his fucking leg.
He ain't walking.
that's 9 impact damage to the leg.
He ain't walking. No more.
Damn, Daniel.
It to the leg, causing blood to spray out in all direction. Even if the target tries futilely to stop the sudden flood of vital fluid, he falls to the ground and dies in a spreading pool of gore.
Oh boy.
Yeah!
Yeah, the third massive amount of blood. Too bad the orc isn't close enough to get the fucking forklift painted red, so it goes
He's just sort of upstairs and like, oh yeah, turn and happy just jumps off the edge, lands his leg, snap, and he collapses to the side, just
Well,
pool
it
of blood.
turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that this was a suicidal action.
So he did. So he was right to get that plus 20, which didn't matter anyway.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that was good.
Also,
Oh no, the plus to hit. Never mind. Fuck it.
I'm pretty sure that this guy here is still meant to act because he was stunned the turn before this one. And I was confused about how it worked if I just left.
Right. Yeah, I think he also. Yeah, I think he does get a turn.
Yeah,
if he wants
he was supposed to act, so just do his turn now.
You're a good boy, Fair. You can have a fate point. It's gonna turn to follow you and try and smack you with its chain axe. And miss.
Again! He's more of an annoyance to me than I'm an annoyance to the demon.
Alright. So the -10 is off,
Done.
but now I gotta roll another willpower to go.
Power to get -10.
Okay. Give me one moment. Boom. Please.
Oh, cool.
But you're,
Pass.
you're
Right,
over the
and-
fear.
And Malachi just pretty much there's a giant stab wound in his chest. It's like fuck
And it's like
you,
you've got like,
demon.
claw, like a big claw mark down your back. Which
Yeah.
is like a very cold.
Fuck you, demon. He's gonna psychically scream at it. Bah!
Do you think it's like you stay onto that thing, or do you want to like drop down onto the boxes? You're like 2 meters above him.
I'll drop down onto the boxes actually. Yeah. If he has to get up here. If I'm up here, then he can't charge, so. Unless you're
Yeah,
having
exactly.
a fly charge.
He does have fly. He does have a fly speed. But
Please, Zach, please.
yeah, it would be a charge. It'd be a half action fly up and a half action.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a psychic's gonna. Come on, Dad.
Scratch the dirt!
Grab up.
Let's get on the door, boy! No, I hit it! I forget it!
You had a okay, yeah.
God bless America.
Yeah, it's not an opposed, is it? It's just you do the test to get it.
Yep, it is a, hold on, 1d10 plus 3, so that's the damage he takes from that, but what I'm looking for is
And
the,
is that's ignore armor? That's ignore armor.
no armor. No armor, and I think toughness is fine. Like, toughness is so.
Toughness it has 8, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the toughness test is what I've been looking for. -15, please. Just gotta roll a
Okay,
25 and below.
40. Is it target of 25? 40. 34.
1 round stunned. Yes.
That'll probably save
Yes,
your
it's-
ass.
Woo!
Just but it's gonna kind of like staggers backwards, shakes his head, and is like looking around for a second. It's like I got something that makes it immune to that, but I can't be asked to check all of them. Ethan, I'm almost done. Yeah.
We're killing the demons. Don't worry, child.
We're stun locking demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got hiccup. Flamer 1. Yeah, it was still just told to kill, so it's gonna keep spraying the driver. It was not told to kill the demon, it's told to kill you guys. In a minute. Yeah, nearly done.
Dobby, get your master's dead and bleeding! Actually, I wouldn't have noticed that, so never mind. It's accurate, but I wouldn't have seen it. Plus, Gizmek wouldn't tell it to stop fighting, he would enjoy the fight.
Also, it's a baby. Baby break.
Oh.
Baby, it's
Got
a
told
baby.
he got told to play. Got told to play house.
Yes, at the beck and whim of this child. It's almost as though he is a responsible older brother who would have expected it.
Yeah. Try and speed this up.
It's
The flame
baby!
is-
It's baby! It's baby!
So Flame 1's just gonna spray the driver again. So Gizmek and Malachi, give me a thing.
It's still plus 20
I'm
still?
above, actually. Would that actually count? Or would that help me?
Yeah, that is fair, you are higher up. So yeah, I wouldn't really hit you, but gonna spray onto the thing below. Yeah, Gizmek, agility.
Alright.
Just one. Thank you.
Being agility. Of course
Uh-oh.
I fail. A next agility to see if I'm on even more fire.
It's not on fire anymore. It did 7 damage. You're fine.
And I so
You just
failed
spray fire, not really caring. This one who now does not have its sword arm is going to try and shoot you with the. Actually, no, it can punch you with the gun.
One
It has,
Okay.
has the hand that kind of punch you.
Would that count as primitive damage?
Probably natural 100.
Oh, never mind. Does he somehow jam the gun as he hits him?
No, it's just punching. It's like, yeah, it goes to punch you, just duck down, and it swings wildly. I'm sure.
Wait, Zach. For a minute.
And the baby.
Here.
Yeah.
Right, oh well, it's stunned, Gizmek.
Good.
Swing around and smack it with the fucking forklift and drive this one guy here into it.
Oh well. You need to make a willpower so you can get closer to it.
Willpower. God damn it. I'm gonna stay put. I'm still swinging around in spot then.
Yeah. Yeah, so roll a tech use. -10, because you're still shaken.
Actually, I didn't do the... Oh, yeah. That was the willpower. Alright. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, yeah, and willpower. Yeah, and willpower to see if you act normally because you are on fire. And 6 damage doesn't
wow.
affect you.
I did that.
Yeah, 6 damage doesn't get through your soak because you're somehow tougher than the demon.
I think my soak is actually 5. I think I take 1 damage.
No, your soak is 10 because you have a natural toughness.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
Does fire even hurt you then?
Ah,
It can
Fuck
if you're over 9 or a 10.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
so tech is a -10 to try and swing it into him.
So tech use -10. Nope. So it manages
Yeah,
to just
I'd say
step, even though it's.
I'd say what happened
standing
to you is
out of the way.
you spin it around, but you forgot that you had it raised up, so it just swings over him.
Oh, Michigan!
Boom! Ah, damn it.
Possible for me to start driving it forward, though, a little bit.
This thing isn't really fast enough to both turn and move. It's got a movement of 5. Yeah. That's all. You're gonna keep
By the way,
staring.
just a quick correction. I'm pretty sure the ones in the middle are actually the things that carry shit. And the ones on the side are like foot stands.
But the one on the side is the one that you hit him with. You're gonna clip him with the side one.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Seeing
that's
that
the 40 thing. That's got 4 arms that raise up.
Seeing that my power has basically been useless, I just turned to the security room. I just turned to this fellow here, and I used the lidless stare and hope that he dies.
Willpower.
Willpower.
You're already 75.
Oh, I think you win. I think you win.
I win.
Yep. Do you damage?
Oh god, let me act the one fatigue. Roll 1d10 plus 5, 8.
8 damage. It has 8 soak. Oh no, you ignore soak.
Yep, I ignore everything.
Take him down into critical damage. You also stun him, I think.
Yep.
Yep. He is stunned. Just trying to speed things up, so not going for the 1 critical damage. Which won't do anything big. So he is stunned. Holtz.
I'm gonna try and finish this guy off because he's at 7 critical damage and still attacking.
Yeah. Basically, anything that hits him should kill him at this point.
I'm gonna take a half-action aim to get +10 because I forgot I could do that.
You can also all-out attack if you want, because all it can do is punch you. Which is 5 damage with primitive.
Oh yeah, no, I'll just all-out attack then.
Gives you a +30. Yep,
A
that
hit?
hits.
Give me. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll kill him. That'll finish it off. Spinning around, he's like spinning around, take off the other arm, and stab into the chest.
And
There's
I
limb.
probably turn towards my brother that just jumped off.
Yeah, you hear this like crunch and turn to see your brother just like lying on his side. All the blood just
Bleeding out profusely, almost as much as I was covered in blood earlier.
Malachi, this thing has 1 round left.
It has one.
It's recovered from its stun. If you can stun it again, then it's gone. It will like disappear at the end of its round.
Malachi gives it the finger, just like, fuck you. Demonic piece of shit. He goes and just screams at it.
Right. Toughness tests.
Minus 15.
35, he just fails.
Whew. And then damage. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Damage does.
+1 because of
Right.
the held in my gaze, which doesn't matter because he actually removed
He used another power.
Yeah, I use another power, so it's
I said he removed it.
deactivated.
At this point, it's going to try and pull itself off and succeed. And then it's going to try and walk up the arms towards you. And wow, succeed again. Well, 2 18s. Which is now on the body of the thing, like one hand holding on either arm with the axe kind of swinging at you. But it can't attack this turn.
That one's dead. That one's stunned.
It's vanished.
Right.
Gizmek.
So I still am suffering from fear, even though it's stunned. Or is it gone
it's,
now?
it's gone now, so the fear goes.
Alright, so the willpower is to...
You're still on fire. Yeah, so-
what does it take to put out the fire? Is it a half or a full turn?
Well, you need to willpower to not freak out first.
Alright. I'm fine.
And it's a minus 20 agility, but it's only a half action. Put yourself out.
Are you kidding me? A minus 20 agility?
Yes.
I fucking hate this game.
I'd say if you spent a full action, full turn just putting yourself out, then it'd be an auto success.
I am doing that. Actually, you know what? I just realized it's not doing shit all damage to me. Why do I give a shit? Why
Power,
do
mostly.
Your spores. You take 2 damage. So
No.
Yeah, I'll do the full turn putting it out just because of the willpower bullshit. I'll take this turn to remove that shit. That makes sense. I'm sick of rolling willpower every turn to see if I can do anything.
I'd say the thing would keep trying to link forward a bit though. Get like half speed forward.
You know you can click drag and select multiple things, right?
Yeah,
Where the fuck did Gizmo go?
Sator. He's still there. He's on the back.
I don't see him on my
Sator.
end.
Yep. Little Esther, again. And if I fail this, I'm going to get knocked the fuck out.
You have a plus
I
10. Okay,
succeeded.
yeah. You have a plus 10 anyways, because it's 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Yes, 2.4.
It got another 70.
So
Yeah,
it
roll it
failed.
out.
Yep. Ooh,
13, nice.
Damn.
he's dead.
Yes, that'd be enough critical damage to take him down. He just turns,
have
stare at him, and it's gonna shakes for a second, then collapse.
Yep.
Holtz, who has been completely unaware of the demon.
Oh yeah, you
Uh.
never realized there was a giant fucking demon despite being in its aura.
Yeah, you turn. You feel like the air get cold and that, like whispers, but I mean, there's a psycho around. That kind of stuff just happens.
Yeah. I pick up my plasma pistol and I walk over to my brother. I just start walking towards him. I don't know if picking up my plasma pistol was like a half action or not. I was just like
No, it's like the actual one-handed weapons. You could have just taken that out in the other hand.
I mean, like I dropped it to pull out my power
He
sword.
dropped it in combat to pick up his sword.
Yeah, the power sword's the one you didn't actually need to drop. You can hold both. The pistol
Okay,
and sword.
then
You
I'll
can hold
just
each.
full action walk over here to my brother, and I'll just look at him. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but
No,
Yeah, hard to say. He's definitely unconscious. There's a big pool of blood. But it's just broken legs, so he might be broken hip and legs, effectively. And he might still be alive. Malachi?
I want to yell at well, first, yeah, I want to go ahead and just like turn around, just like, "Bop!" And then just fucking start walking away.
Oh god.
I bet. Oh, good. Let me.
Damn it.
I actually hit damage. Yes, I hit him.
That's
is that a crit? Like, do you get? Does
I
that
don't think
crit
psychos get
damage?
crits, unfortunately. They get more damage over time with their psi rating, so it's not static damage.
Yeah. It's only on like weapon attacks, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then they have to roll a -15 toughness.
He failed, he's stunned.
For how long, though?
70, so he's stunned for a while. I think at this point we
Okay.
can say you guys just curb stomp it.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
just
pull,
walking
out,
away
I pull
now.
out my chain axe and I'm just like, time to start chopping! Start chopping off the limbs to use for later. To attach to the fucking forklift.
Yep.
Yeah. It just takes him and cuts the thing into pieces. And then we can pick up from here next time, because I've got to head off for baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
That's
worries, man.
been very fun stream thus far. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it
I
was.
hope you enjoy the baby. We'll do XP later because I know you have to go do stuff.
Yeah, well, you don't get the
Yeah.
XP yet. You get the shit first. But yeah.
Plus 20
Next
XP
session,
for every time we got
you-
interrupted by baby. He's done. Doesn't even have to say anything. Alright. Thank you all for
Oh,
joining me.
God.
This has been a fun one.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah. Good session, y'all.
She loves you all.
Oh, man. Yelling at... I can't believe it wasn't like any gunshots or anything that took him in. It was yelling at the brother to kill himself.
Yeah.
Kill yourself, dude.
Jump off, you nerd!
That's a good idea. Yeah!
Do a flip!
Do a flip!
I imagine the fucking... Hey, the pizza's here! Oh, nigga!
Alright. I'm gonna end off the stream. I'm gonna stick around to chat if you guys are still down for a
Yeah.
little bit at least. Holy shit,
I
that
can
was
stick
good.
around momentarily, but yeah. Am I the only one that didn't take damage that fight? Like no
I also
fatigue,
didn't take damage.
no fatigue, no damage.
I only took
You
fatigue
didn't take
because
damage or
yeah.
fatigue. I didn't take any damage or fatigue actually.
you did take damage.
I took a lot of damage, but no...
Well,
but one
what damage
fatigue.
was I supposed to get because I didn't account for it properly?
I don't know. I don't know. I took a lot of fatigue, but yeah.
Alright.
My question